Hey, what's good, y'all? It's 9:05 my time on the west coast of the U.S. So we're a little late, whatever. Deal with it. Got a lot going on. I was watching other streams, hanging out, setting shit up. But we're here. We're doing feedback. It's Wednesday night. Unless nobody shows up, then we're making beats. It's Wednesday night. Big Jibbah here, and I appreciate anybody who sees this later on, or if you're seeing this live, say something. I appreciate you. We should be live everywhere. If you got a Kick account, go follow your boy on Kick. I got no following over there. Their music scene is dead. We're trying to liven it up. If you have a YouTube channel like Junior does, appreciate you, Junior, coming through on the YouTube side. Go hit a button over there, man. We got a subscribe button for free on the YouTube side. We stream in vertical over there. And I think you can hit, I think there's a like button on that joint. But most of these feedback streams will get demonetized anyways, or blocked completely, because y'all send in so much copywritten information. So you gotta watch these live. Edit, what's good, Edit? How you doing, man? How you living? But yeah, get your submissions in. If you're here early, you're on time. K.O.B. said, hola, Mr. Jib Jib. What's up, K.O.B.? How you living? How we doing? How we doing? Hey, hey, hey. First freelance submission, I'm living good. Look at you. Look at you, dude. And we'll get to it in 45 minutes. I'll try to go faster than that. No guarantees, though. You know how I get down, gang. Edit's living great. Hell yeah. 45 minutes of Mr. Jib Jib. Pretty much just me talking shit. Not feeling like Father of the Year today, but we'll get by. You know what? Just showing up is all you need sometimes, man. You don't always have to be at your best. Just being is great. So I'm proud of you, dude. I know the life, dude. Oh, I'm going good, man. Going good. We're gearing up for fantasy football season here in the U.S., American football. I'm going to do a league here for people that are part of the channel, no matter whatever platform you watch this shit on. If you're into fantasy football at all and you want to come play with me in a league, I got like 7 spots still available in this league. It'll be a 10-team league, 2 quarterbacks. We'll go full PPR, so it's easy for people to count what's going on. If you've never played fantasy football, this is your time, dude. Get involved. It's fun. Myriad Leviathan, what's good? All right. Looks like stuff's working, dude. Stuff's working. You'd love to see that. Not working over here, though. Yes, it is. Got a freshly made track, need feedback on vocal mixing? Send it true. Send it true, man. I need a bass line on this. Sounds like some Tom Misch with more aggression to it. Big Jibbah. Hey, Doliano. Appreciate you, player. Doliano gonna get us started if you got something for us. Otherwise, you can bank it, Dolly. Appreciate you, man. How you living? Yeah, 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 yeah. He said, here's my band lab. Let's get it. Wasting no time. Wasting no time. It's too big of a wave. Shit, Junior, you could email it to me if you wanted to email it. Back in the room. Hey, hey, hey. I think I said it in there. The Big Jibbah at gmail.com, since we don't have a BigJibbah.com yet. Because we don't really have a need for a BigJibbah.com. I'm not selling anything yet. But pretty soon, we'll have to start selling things so we can get off welfare. Pretty soon, we gotta make some more music. Yes, covers are fine, KOB. Covers are fine. Quilts are cool. Comforters are good. Bed sheets, whatever you got, dude. Hey. Hey. Edit with the resub, dude.
Big Jibbah.
My guy. Edit, dude. Big love, dude. You don't have to do all that. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. 8 months at it. I don't even know I've been here for 8 months. 8 months, dude? It's crazy. Except play it at heat for us. I don't have any heat on this yet. We're trying to write to this joint. But I gotta make a bass line too. Thank you, Eddie, man. Appreciate you, man. What key are we even in here? W Buckets, no clarity. Heading out, dude. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you pulling up. I know you're trying to stay away from Twitch, but it just keeps calling your name. Calling your name. Yeah. No. All right, well, go make some music, all right? Hey, Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven. Appreciate you pulling up. I saw you followed over on the Twitch side, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for that. I just wanted some of the break the beat. There you go. Hopefully someone we know broke the beat and won that competition over there. They're still going, but I tried making a song for it. I didn't finish it. Oh, man. Lucky there's a family guy. Lucky there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry. What's up there, Gavin? Is that in reference to the meme lord himself? Some of your memes, my guy? Ooh. Hey, Aspect. Appreciate the follow, Aspect. Aspect, thanks for being here. Let us know.
How you doing?
How you living? Perhaps. Might as well pull it up. Just getting cooked in here, dude. Where'd you even put it? It's way up here. Here it is. Motherfucker, dude. What up, Yusuf? May have spat coffee all over when I saw that. Yeah, that's Gavin. That's Gavin with me, Mark Zero, That's Quagmire. I'm Peter Griffin, of course. And Jobless Games by default, and he made him Cleveland. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. All right. Let's see how many side quests we get into tonight, gang, huh? We got some in the skips already. We got one already sent in from Doliano. I don't want to forget that. I gotta pull that up right now. Right now. Boom. That's Greasy from Doliano. Let's pause that little work in progress. I gotta make a bass line on that. Yusuf, if you like that one, dude, we should write something to that. You could do some sick harmonies on that joint. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. We got one from our guy, Doliano. Today dinner was crazy. We had 3 cans of tuna and a bowl of Jello. Gavin low-key lives in a fucking... He lives in someone's basement. You know what I mean? I can't tell if you're eating with the people that you're keeping captive or if someone else is holding you hostage, you know, somewhere. If you're the kidnapper or the kidnapped, I can't tell, but you eat like there's some sort of hostage scenario going on here. Or if they're eating people that they held captive. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm the napping. God. I am the captain now, he said. Terrifying stuff, dude. Hell yeah. I can't wait. Gavin's living that post-apocalyptic bunker lifestyle, but it's a bunker he's found after the people who owned it starved to death rather than eat their last tins. Yeah. Most of Gavin's food comes in tin form. They call him the Tin Man. That's his nickname. Gavin the Tin Man. God damn it. Am I too late to submit? You're right on time, Aspect. Get in the Discord, get involved. You are not too late. You're perfectly on time. We're just getting started. We're 12 minutes in, and I'm already taking on the first side quest. Knowing this is gonna
as a teacher.
Queso as a teacher? Dude, Queso who just yell at his kids. I'm squeezing what little juices I can get out of this blue Yeti over time. USB mics might be the enemy. Yeah, USB mics a lot of times don't have any information below 70 hertz. So if you have any extra, you know, oomph to your voice, that proximity effect, you want to get some low end in there, it's not going to be there on a USB mic. You know what I'm saying? If I say that on this joint, I can't pull it out. I have a USB mic plugged in over here. That pirate software effect. And then I worked at Blizzard for 3 years, and my dad was the one in the game about wizards. That one. Have you started? Not yet. No, I got you right after this. 7 years. Sorry. Gaming Galaxy. Hello and welcome. Appreciate you coming through and saying hi. Thank you. Okay.
Ask y'all a question. I expect the dadgum question to get answered within 10 seconds. If I ask a question, I am expecting at least 30 people to have it answered.
That's the whole joke. It's just Queso yelling through a wall. Come on, Gavin. We can do better side quests. We can do better than him. Queso's he's a beast though. He's killing it. Canadian Elementary School POV. Hey, Davy Boop. Or if it's Davy Boop, I apologize. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Appreciate the follow. Let us know.
How you doing?
Hell yeah, we running it up. We got Doliano here with Greasy. Check it out.
I talk greasy cause I got to. You got though, I'm hot you. Blessed like a sneeze and stay in your mouth like a height you. Miles above you like cloud nine. Lately been feeling so benign. Violence don't need interest the king when I'm standing on the 9. If it ain't love, then fuck it. I grab my clip by the bucket. Drop top coupe on the block. Harriet Tubman. Chains on, never seen a pen. He gotta get it. Bad baby niggas wanna talk God forgiveness. Trench baby with a trigger finger itching for blicking. Might be here one day and then gone the next minute. Calm one day, bugging up the second is kind of a sickness. Well, God forget when you aiming them straights at women and children. Claiming you a shooter, boy, you bipolar. Get it right. Mad at a bop that backdoored you without a pipe. Mad at your gang over bitches and not fucking hey, get it straight. Let me get paid. I set records straight.
I got one too many accomplishments on my wish list. I'll take nigga wanna talk about shots like he cheating. Bitch, I'm aiming at your neck. If a nigga wanna pop off, better pop right. Or his ass shit up there. I'm talking real 6 feet deep. Niggas can't play with DMV.
Pop Toolie, Papa Rudy, pop shit Dookie. Never have I ever called Hoolie to pop me a Gucci. Clipped up, no AMC.
Yes, Kelby, yes, it
but
was.
this shit a movie. Niggas steady acting like they poppin', boy, you poppin' coochie. No Diddy, boy, you shoot that pussy. Niggas steady acting foolish. A man no mind this out of angle when he being stupid. Mic check, I take hearts like my name was Cupid. Shoot 'em up, pang pang like I'm Chief Keef, stupid. Pack shot, make your heart drop, now she creamin', stupid. Horton heard a gunshot, now his ass screaming. Shit type to make my gun pop, make your lungs drop, stupid. Send a fuck nigga back to the oblivion, he came, boy, I'm fucking ruthless. You shooters, hella blues in my pocket, pocket lint inside your pocket. Boy, you looking hella clueless. Niggas talking hella ruthless. Ratatouille, talking tough, like he shooting, never threw. My life is wicked, pussy, I've been
I
through.
got one too many accomplishments on my wish list. I'll take nigga wanna talk about shots like he cheating. Bitch, I'm aiming at your neck. If a nigga wanna pop off, better pop right. Or his ass shit up there. I'm talking real 6 feet deep. Niggas can't play with DMV.
That's solid, Doliano. That's how you do those. That's how you do those right there. Very solid track, dude. Very cool stuff going on in there. Definitely a few things I'm hearing. I got some notes here for you. But yes, KOB, this was a skip. He showed up without saying a damn word and just resub for 6 months, dude. Sub for 6 months now. Crazy work. Look at that. That's big love. Here's what I got for you, man. This is a cool song. I always like your vocals. You always come correct with the performance. I think that we need to make your vocals a point of emphasis on this because we're gonna go to camera 2 for this. Whose song is this? It's your song. All right, not the producer's song, but your song. So your song needs you to be the focal point of the mix on your song. That's what I'm missing right here. All right. We need more subtractive mixing to cut the lead vocal through the sample and melodic elements of the beat, right? It sounds like none of that is happening. We either use a mid-side EQ or we use a dynamic EQ that's side-chained off of your lead vocal. Whenever that lead vocal is happening, in the range that the lead vocal exists, that 250 to 550 range, we're ducking everything there so that the vocal wins, right? Pull one out of the way, the other one gets in front. One's got to win. The vocal should win every time, right? Nice camera cut. Hey, look at that. Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven enjoys a good random camera too. A little random camera too. Hey, you know what I mean? A little office camera. So yeah, if we do the pitched up or pitched down vocals, right? This is a problem we run into all the time. Soon there will be a camera 3. Wait a minute. Camera 3. There already is. We're looking for a camera 4 next, KOB. There's already a third camera, right? The third camera can separate into another camera too that you can't see on the YouTube side, but we can randomly just tech deck midstream if we want. Camera 4, Meta Ray-Bans, dude. Google Glass, dude. All that. It's all coming through. Enrique's like, well, I've never been here. This place is insane. So if we do the pitched up or pitched down vocals, right? Let's take a look at this. All right, hold on. Let's
Hello. Bum 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 bum
bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum. Okay. All right. So it sounds like we pitched him up, right? So if we come up in pitch, what we want to do is kind of go the opposite direction with formant. Formant is it's basically the pitch of the harmonics of your voice, right? So Hey, Rex George. Appreciate the follow, Rex. Let us know, Rex, while you up in here.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you living? Thank you for being here. So if you go up in pitch, right, for a layer like this, right, it doesn't sound very human. It does not sound very human, right? It's way up there. It's like going like this. Hey, I'm up here. I'm super high in pitch. Sounds weird up there, right? But if we move the formant with it, and we take the formant down when we're up high. So up here, we're up high, and then we take the formant down. Now we start to sound more human, but we're still up an octave, if that makes sense. So working on dialing that in, it sounds cleaner when you're not using the one here on this Roland Bridgecast. But if you're doing it within your DAW, there's a lot of plugins that you can do a better job with that. Melodyne is excellent with it. The Ableton Complex Pro pitch shift is really, really good at it. Auto-Tune can do it quite well, but you want to move formant as well. So same deal the other direction. If you do a chop and screwed vocal, you bring it down way down low, right? You bring it down here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to move the formant
Up a little bit, and it's a little bit more understandable.
Yeah. So that's the thinking, the idea there. If we do that, that's how you're gonna get that sound you're hearing on like a lot of these major records, where you're hearing like a chopped and screwed vocal that's still intelligible, or a high pitched vocal that's still understandable. It's because they're also moving the formant down. So that's what's missing there. After I do that and make it sound a little more human, I would probably also use a spreader on the pitch vocal layer, right? So I'm taking it from mono to a phase stereo sound while keeping the mono lead vocal. That way we're not stepping all over that mono lead vocal that has the clarity for this texture and ear candy version of your voice. But yeah, that's basically it, man. The beat mix is pretty clean. It's just too loud in the mid range with the melodies for your vocal to shine. That's all I got, man. It's a nice track though, Doliano. Always spitting hot fire, man. Would anyone like to collab tonight? You guys get involved with Doliano. Get involved. You need some bars? There's plenty of producers who need bars right now. This man is bars right here. Appreciate you, Doliano. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Oh man, Gavin, tomorrow gonna be lit. Consider me terrified every time you send a link. Every time you send a link. Hey, appreciate you, man. I need less bars since I'm usually behind them. That's fair. That's fair, Gavin. You may belong there. Log in or sign up, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm not logged in on here. Oh, it's a burner account. W burner account, dude. You can't cook this algorithm. I don't use it. Continue. Oh, dude, I don't know how to log into that. Yeah, dude, don't send me Instagram links. Do the YouTube ones. I got YouTube Premium. Find the same thing on YouTube. I guarantee it exists. I guarantee it exists. Who uses Instagram on a computer on desktop, right? That shit is like only on. It's like only on. It was a guy making ramen with Hennessy. I hate that guy. Of course it caught on fire, dude. You can't just heat up alcohol over the stovetop with like open flames underneath it. If it's a gas stove, you're asking to burn your house down. People don't understand how vapor works. They never did a chemistry class. You cannot do that, bro. You cannot be doing all that. My goodness. All right, edit. We got to skip here from edit, and then we're going to the free line. All right. Captain Cole's Last Stand from edit. Let's check it out. Yeah, he's on his synthwave shit. Hey. Yeah. Don't know why there's so much silence in the end. I fucked up the export somehow. It doesn't bother me, dude. It gives me time for the baseball dads to do their claps, dude. Yeah! You know what I mean? Terry. I assume one of them's named Terry. He's got to be named Terry, dude. He's like low-key disappointed in his son, but he shows up to every game. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I got for you, Edit. It's a cool vibe so far. Very cool vibe so far. We love a bit of Terry, dude. Who doesn't, dude? Gregory? You think one of them's named Gregory? That's a wild name. You take Gregory and Craig and combine them into Gregory. Insane. I want a little more sub punch on the kick sound. Right? So for that I'm using like R-Bass, or if you want the free one, I would use the Bark of Dog. If you don't have the Bark of Dog plugin, Edit, you should go get it. Also, I don't know if anyone peeped this in the mixing videos. Okay? I don't know, unknown fella added some videos. This is supposed to be my section. Okay? But check out this one from the Swollen one. These are all the best free plugins that are available right now that you should go get. I think the two best free plugins are Bark of Dog for low end subharmonic saturation, and the Fresh Air from Slate Digital, for sure. Those two will be like those are the two, like, you'll use it all the time, right? And some kind of transient designer. I think the Kilohertz one is decent. But yeah, he'll show you everything that's free that's worth going to get in this video, and show you how they work and how they sound. God, it rocks, dude. Certainly does rock. Certainly does rock. So I would also transient design this main snare a little bit to get a little bit more attack on the front end of that thing. It's a good sounding snare. I like all the sounds you're using. I just want them to have a little more intention. And you know, I'm not mad at like the high harmonics on it. It sounds okay. It's supposed to sound kind of warm for this genre, so that's fine. Some of the melodies feel like they could be a little tighter in the mix. Are we using any kind of multiband compression on the melody bus? Right? I don't like multiband compression on anything that drums are going through, but if we have like a vocal bus or a melody bus, I'm going with a multiband there sometimes. And you need to learn how to use one, really. Okay. It just combines the principles of EQ and like making smaller bands with an EQ, but each band is its own compressor, right? So if you've ever used a de-esser before, you're using a single band, a small band compressor, essentially. And a multi-band compressor allows you to pick where those bands are, and kind of expand on the parameters there. So I like the Wave C6 is a great one. Mic DSP has a really good one. Rex George, do you like worship music? We don't mind worship music if you got a banger. That's all right. That's all right. We don't judge all that stuff. It's all good, man. So yeah, I think a multiband would help you out here. It won't let me add my phone to send it on Discord. Let me see if I can find you in the Discord in the welcome section. What's your name in here? I see Enrico in here. We'll give you a roll. Is this you? If you don't have an avatar image, it'll kick you out of Discord every time. We had a bunch of raiders come through. So if you're having trouble getting in, it's because you don't have an image. Or you can't verify on your phone. You should be good now, Aspect. I see you. But I can't force anyone through. I can bypass your verification a little bit. But if you're not having an image, then you're no good. So just throw any image. It could be my face. That's fine. That would work. Wouldn't matter. Use one of the ones we put up on stream. They're insane. Gavin gets me every time. It gets me emotional every time. This is probably weird. Gavin is our side quest. Always. Gavin is the reason we only get to about 7 songs on feedback streams. And we're all kind of here for it. For sure. So, multiband compression. This would be a time to learn it here. Edit. Within Ableton, they have a stock multiband that looks like an OTT workflow. Just mess around with it, man. Make big, bold moves and overdo it until you can hear what's going on and what it's doing. Right? Don't be afraid to make giant, massive moves with plugins just so you know what's going on. Just so you can hear what's happening. Like, just overdo it when you get in there and start fucking around. There's always the edit undo button. Big, bold bantha, dude. Make big moves, dude. Fuck it. Right? Figure out what a plugin sounds like by moving way too much. Right? Then you'll learn how it works. You'll learn how to do it subtly when you know what's going on when you overdo it. And then I would consider having the snares sidechain through the melodic elements. I think the snares need to be more important in this mix, and I feel like they're kind of getting buried sometimes. Is the lead weak, or I'm not 100% sure what you mean by tighter. What I mean by tighter is you have things that are dancing around, right? So you have like... This is a multiband compressor, okay? If I deactivate this multiband compressor, you can listen to this sound. Now let's turn this on. You'll see the attenuation in blue. Now it's not a great example because this sound is kind of crunchy. And it's not going to be happy with me if I do too much. Okay, now we're compressing the shit out of the low end of this sound. Curves equator works more like EQ, not compression. That's good info. Now they have another one called like the Curves EQ thing. But no, this one is this one is for like sidechaining your vocals through the melodies, sidechaining your vocals through a beat, sidechaining the kick through the bass. You can use it for all that kind of shit. It's a multi-band. It's a multi-band. You have this crossover mode that some people don't even know you can turn on. You turn on crossover mode, you have way more control of the parameters. And then you can dial it in, set the attack really fast, the release really fast, and then you're good to go. So I like it for just dialing in a quick multi-band. Like, so I don't want to think about where is this vocal sitting. It knows where it is. Easy. It's like an OTT with a billion bands and not upward comp. God damn it, Kevin. It's not like an OTT at all. All right? It's not at all like an OTT. It's going to give a different sound than Soothe. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It's going to be decently transparent. It's only like, I mean, I bought it when it was on sale. Oh, wait, I got it for $20, dude. I got it for $20. So it was worth it. It was worth $20 to me. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like $200 from Soothe, I'm all set. I think Shaperbox has a multiband compressor built in as well. We'll have a play. Yeah, it should. It should. You also have the one here in Ableton. They have a multiband right here. Multiband dynamics. This joint. This joint. It's not pretty at all. It looks like an OTT because that's one of their settings, and it's a little janky looking. Shitty, kind of a shitty UI, but the same parameters. You can set your attack here, your release here, your ratio. 1:1 is not doing any compression. You start moving that. 1 to infinity is doing a lot, so on and so forth. Those dropped in value recently. I can't believe the greedy Grumman's over here, dude. Look at you. You got it for 40 Canadian acorns, dude? You guys use acorns as currency? That's actually insane up there in Canada. Insane. Canadian monies, dude. Also, how do you not know how to use an OTT? It's just a preset. It's a preset. Here's the preset. If I put OTT on this sound. It just boosts everything while squishing the shit out of it. So it's a low-high. They're doing low-high compression and they're boosting the fuck out of the gain after they squish the shit out of it. That's all they're doing. That's why you hear all these artifacts. And I hate it, but sometimes it works on some sounds. Do you usually tweak it much or not? Yeah, you probably would. You probably would have to. That's the one, the stock one in Ableton. I think I have the other one too from whoever the fuck does it. Isn't it Xfer? Yeah, it's Xfer. This one. Sounds exactly the same. This is upward 100%. Yeah. So the downward compression is taking the volume of the peaks and bringing them down. The upward compression is taking the lowest volume things and moving it up. Right? So that's how low-high works. Low-high compressors are underutilized, and a lot of people don't have them and don't use them at all. I will sometimes reach for that Waves MV2, and I do like that. You can use it even for mastering, just subtly on things. So you can pull that floor up without messing with the high end of it. But now you can start bringing down the highest part of the signal. And you start to get that OTT sound right there. See that? That's the sauce of the OTT. Everyone's like, what is it? How does it work, dude? It's magic. It's a low-high compression. Take the quietest parts, move them up closer to the louder parts, take the louder parts, move them closer to those quieter parts. There you go. You add multi-band dynamics on top of that, and you have, and you have the OTT. Y Beats now following. Thank God. Thank God. We were worried you weren't going to come through. Y Beats, let us know.
How you doing?
Sincerely, Y Beats, I appreciate the follow, man. I really appreciate you coming through here, finding the channel for the first time, even though you've done this every day for the last 4 months. But we love you. Appreciate you, man. Camera 2. Confessionals. Hell yeah. Never freight, baby. Love you, man. Big love, dude. Hope you and wifey doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. She's watching, I think she's out there watching Switched at Birth, dude. You guys ever seen that? You guys ever seen Switched at Birth? Sick show, dude. Learning all the sign language, dude. They're throwing up gang signs the whole, I think some of them are deaf, and so they actually do have sign language. So we learn a little bit of sign language, dude. Yeah, I call it Swarched at Barth just to drive my wife nuts. Like, oh, you watch a little Swarched at Barth out there? It's Switched at Birth. I know what it's called. I just continue to do that. I just deadlifted 385. You might be able to lift me, dude. Look at you. You might be able to pick me up, dog. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Edit. I appreciate you sending that jam through.
Thank you.
That's a third of my weight. That's half of my weight. Gavin, Gavin be low-key dead. Weed sack, what's good? Good to see you, man. Gavin, there's no shot you weigh fucking 600 pounds at all, bro. No shot. No fucking shot. Edit, I appreciate the sub again as well. Big support. Big support, man. We had a YouTube. This is terrifying. He said we had a full screen this shit. What the fuck are we? What is this? What is this, Gavin? Do you still have a skip from yesterday? Yeah, you do. You definitely do. Take it in. I'm scared of this. This is what's going on at your house right now? Why do my dreams look like this? Because you need medication. Gavin, what goes to your brain? Air. Real Nick Shea, what's up, dude? I don't know, Enrico. I really don't know what's going on here. Yeah, this is weird, man. I joined the wrong category tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get to the hot tub section. Don't you worry, real Nick Shay. Can we vote to click off this? You sure can. I'm about to real soon. You gonna ignore my good ass flirting? Oh, you gonna pick me up and throw me around? Look at that. This is definitely Gavin's basement. What is this, dude? This is what your algorithm shows you this? Oh my god, you're cooking my shit, dude. Why is he so hairy? What is happening, bro? Yeah, that's Chris Lord algae, dude. 100%. My goodness. Dude, I can't. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'd rather watch a Baby Shark video. It gets better. There's no shot. There's no shot. How is this 6 minutes long? Who made it past minute 1? We barely got we almost got to 2 minutes. I can't, dude. We're gonna have to reinvest, dude. We're gonna have to come back later. If I watch any more of that, I'm just gonna unplug my computer. I'm gonna unplug my computer. 100%. I'm not even gonna cut the stream. I'm just gonna unplug. I'm gonna go unplug the internet, just so that my shit's cooked, dude. How is it 6 minutes long? What the fuck, dude? Oh man. Okay, Kobe, Mine Cover by Kobe. We're gonna download this beautiful MP. Get this out of my screen. No thanks. All right, we're gonna download this so that we can watch a visualizer that is not that video. Because that video scared the shit out of me. Terrifying.
I burn these pages, they were for you. I try to save it, I'm such a fool. Physically breaking mentally too. I'll lose my patience. You need a piece of somebody, don't show up. I used to want you so bad, but I don't. Still talk about me to your friends, I know. I bet that someday you will lead so close. Live and we learn and we change. You let me burn the fire to stains. I hope that someday we'll meet again. I pray to my demons want me to stay.
I appreciate you, Edit. Young Slick, yo, oil up, gang. He's here. Golly, I wasn't ready for that to be over. Let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about this. Last one. Bang. All right, Kobe. It's a different idea. Want to hear a fun song I made, Papa Jibbah? Yeah, send it through. Send it through. Send it through. The visualizer's super cool. Hell yeah, it's pretty different, you know what I'm saying? It's from 1998. So the kick is digitally clipping something, Kobe. I'd start there. That bothers me for sure. I don't know if you're hearing that. Delio Diamond. There you go. Yeah, last time you saw that visualizer was the day you bought Meteora, dude. Throwbacks. Big throwbacks, dude. So this kick is digitally clipping something. Okay? And we need to not have it do that. That's going to ruin your mix off the rip. There's no high harmonics on the beat. Or the vocal for that matter. You gotta wake this mix up. Okay, we need to hear textures in the mid-range. This thing has no texture in the mid-range. It's a very sleepy, bubblegum-esque mix. The only thing that's aggressive is how hard that kick is pushed through the master. So that was weird. The vocal mix feels over controlled, like we're not allowing transients to come through. It's like we're grabbing it too quickly with a compressor, and it's it just doesn't feel natural. Hey, Sifuius. Obviously, Sifuius. Appreciate the follow. Let us know, Sifuius.
How you doing?
And if I butchered that name, I apologize. Yeah, the vocal mix feels over controlled, man, and I think you got to open that shit up. Jibbah, I heard you almost say syphilis. I would say syphilis. If it said syphilis, I would have said it. But it says Sifuius. 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 100%, dude. Siphiouis. Sifius. Sifius. Sif. Sidious? Okay, what? Hold up. Got me confused. Sisyphus. That's not what it says though. You can't just say phonetically. You can't really, oh, okay, here's my name on Twitch. But I go by Jibbah. Right? The letters gotta make some sense. Just saying, phonetically, when you write it out, is I go by L-E-J. Okay. All right, you know what? It's Siphius. Siphius. But it's spelled Siphius almost. Siphius? But it's Siphius. I got it. Okay, I got it. Siphius. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I always try to make sure I say people's name correctly, and sometimes I have no shot. I try though. Last note for you, KOE. Smile when you sing. All right. I can't really hear what you're saying on this because we have no high harmonics at all on the vocal, and that's not loud enough in my opinion. But my goodness, look at Whitney. Look at Whitney if you're on the vertical right now, non-vertical version. You can see Whitney Houston pop up. She smiles when she sings. That's training. All right. That's not because she's happy. She was a very tortured soul, unhappy a lot of the times, I'm sure. But when she gets on that microphone, she smiles. Show the teeth. Let your instrument ring through. All right? Give us more of your instrument. Twerk, Jibbah. Hey, this is the wrong stream. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Absolutely not. Ain't no twerking happening over here, okay? All right? Absolutely not. You in the wrong section. You need to go over the hot tubs, pools, and beaches section and go write that kind of stuff. That is not for me. Maybe Trey might do that on stream. That might be a Trey Tobin thing. You could probably get Trey to do it. If Real Estate Cowboy gifted 15K subs, would you? Nah, he'd have to donate. He would have to donate that amount. Honestly, I'm about to make it so you can't sub to the channel anymore. Tips only. Especially if they're going to make it so tips are untaxable. Why are we giving Twitch half the money and paying taxes on it? Right? Y'all can pay less to get a skip. Is this personal submissions or just evaluating his platinum records kind of thing? Oh, no, yeah, we're listening to the community's music. People send in stuff that they want me to listen to and react to. Some stuff there. Sometimes it's works in progress. Sometimes it's other people's music that they just want to hear what I think about it. Sometimes it's just brain rot videos. You know what I mean? So we've gotten pretty fast and loose with the shit that we accept now. That's all it is. J Clean 25. J Clean, you were here last night, no? Is this a second one, or you unfollowed and refollowed just to make the again? I appreciate you, J Clean. Thank you for coming through. But hey, Kobe, I appreciate you sending this through, man.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna delete it off my desktop. All right, I'm gonna delete it off my desktop so that you know I'm not stealing your music. Okay, boom, boom, boom. You seen it. Bye bye. W, dude. W, dude. All right, that was K-Obs. Up next, we got Myriad Leviathan, dude. Jibbah run this up. Jibbah and Ja run this up co-stream performance. My goodness. Turbo's a good alternative if you stream a lot. They're always at least lurking. It ends up about a sub's worth. Oh, Turbo? Got you. Yeah. Jibbah is the one who leaked Playboi Carti's music. Oh my god, no, it's not true. Definitely not true. I don't even listen to Playboi Carti's music. I don't listen to his music. Yes, Jay Clean. The queue is open. Send it through. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. The fuck are we on here, Gavin? What drugs are we on with this submission here, Gavin? 40 seconds in, this is me and Ja. What are you saying here? He was hitting those. He was hitting those. Oh, they hit the every damn shuffling, dude. They hit the LMFAO, dude. Oh, they drew the line in the sand right there, dude. I'm picking this one up, dude. Next time I go cut a rug, I'm starting everything with that joint right there. Not this. I'll tear double ACLs if I try to do that joint right there. His hair is moving. He's so high in the air. Look at this. The line in the sand, though. Oh. Oh. It's the same person twice, right? Is this two different? Is this two people? Are these twins? Or does every white person in Ireland look the same? I can't tell. I can't tell. I like that country white guy tap dancing in the blue shirt. Fuck is his name? Keep it gangsta dog. This guy. I fuck with this guy. Yeah, this guy's invited to every cookout. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Blue shirt guys. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, dude, his sub-tailor joints are so strong. My man is serving it, gliding. Gliding, dude. Built like he's about to lead Bible study, dude. You know what I'm saying? If he shows up to take your sister on a date, what are you doing? But he dances and he hits this dance on the way up to the door. I'm like, go for it, man. You're good to go. This man's bona fide. This man is absolutely certified. Blue shirt and all. Untuck the shirt, dude. You're certified. You can untuck. You're good to go, dude. You don't need to be tucked in. With moves like that, dude. You don't need to be tucked in. It's crazy. I fuck with that guy. Guy's insane. Look at the diversity at this event. Right? There's none. God damn it. All right, Mary Leviathan. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, dude. Synthwave from 54 minutes ago. It's the future of the past. That broke my brain. The future of the past. All right. While we listen to this, someone tell me if Marty McFly went back in time and performed Chuck Berry's song in the movie Back to the Future. He performed Chuck Berry's song that he knew about from the future. And Chuck Berry heard him perform it and then got excited about it and called the label to say, I got a new song for you guys. Who came up with this song? Who came up with the song? Was it Marty McFly or was it Chuck Berry? It was not Gavin. But who came up with the song? We'll think about that while we listen to The Future of the Past. Mary Leviathan. So I do. Self-fulfilling, dude. No one owns it. It's like AI. Ooh, I see what you did there, Delio. There's not just one past. We live in a simulation. Oh, let's check out these lyrics.
Back in the 1980s, the future was very bright. Cars could fly, they scream like banshees. Cities full of neon lights. Look in the world of fiction.
I don't have it.
You would not believe your eyes. Innovate, ignoring friction. May this vision never die. The age of progress and optimism. Oh, I miss a time that never was. Impossible is not a word when you're doing things in your own accord. The future of the past, oh, what a dream. Upon the future we tried to build. Oh, it was a pretty picture. It felt beautiful and right. Test your imagination. Open up your dormant mind. Smile at hope and motivation for a better humankind. Oh, I miss a time that never was. Impossible is not a word when you're doing things in your own accord. The future of the past, oh, what a dream. Impossible is not a word. Impossible is not a word. Impossible is not a word. The future of the past, oh, what a dream. The future of the past, oh, what a dream.
Yeah. Hey, listen. You can pretty much take everything that Gavin says with an entire salt mill, okay? He is always trolling at all times, okay? Jib loves modern internet rap and rhythm at +3 lefts. Incorrect. I'll listen to rhythm and yell at you about your mixes. Modern internet rap, I can't even, most of the time I can't understand anything they're saying, and they just have the most blown out booty bathwater sounding beats, and I feel like they have the Helen Keller mix preset on most of those. And then yeah, he hates R&B and funk, so clearly what he's saying is I like R&B and funk music 100%. That's what I make. Bong Bath 808 music, yeah, 100%. You probably yelled at my track last night then. I don't think we got to it if you weren't here. If you're in the free line, Jay Clean, and you're not here when I get there, which I understand if you left because I was fucking all over the place, then we skip it because it got pretty late. So I apologize. So we'll make sure we get to you, Jay Clean, even if you take off. I'll make sure to get to yours today. Last night was a movie. Oh, what up, DJ Burn Pile? What's good over there in Hawaii? What time is it over there right now? 7 p.m.? Where my hug at, dude? Recording those vocals took like 30 plus attempts. That's light, dude. If you watch me record my vocals on a Friday or Sunday when I'm in here, you'll get 30 attempts on one line. You'll get me doing 30 attempts on one line. The source material has to be nice, dude. The source material has got to be nice or your mix will never be very good, right? So we got to work more on the source material. I think you should probably go back and redo some of these, to be honest with you. Because my main note here is smile when you sing. All right? It doesn't matter what you're saying on here. I don't believe you, right? It feels like you're doing I'm singing, and I'm not thinking about the words being said. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying and how much character I could really put in on it. I feel like you could do more with vocal inflections and more facial expressions when you're recording, just pulling more out of your instrument, which is your voice, right? I feel like you left some character on the table and some enunciation on the table, and we just don't have plugins for that, right? And it's just kind of something you have to do when you're recording it. I'll do 100 goes and then say, maybe I won't add vocals. Yeah, there it is. There it is, DeLeo. You already know. Get that $14,000 Sony microphone, then you'll be good to go. No, the equipment is not holding you back. DJ Burnpile says the volcano was pumping last night. So insane. So big, I first thought the neighbor's house was on fire. Damn, son. I mean, you do live on a bunch of volcanoes out there. Out here, we got volcanoes too, bro. In Seattle, I keep seeing videos that like the big one's coming for Mount Rainier, which you can see Mount Rainier on a clear day. So that would suck. That would suck. We actually have like a little vial of ash from when Mount St. Helens blew up. My father-in-law collected it. He collected it, he brought it to a radio station, and he won some kind of contest at the radio station back in the day because he had some of the ash, dude. But it was like snowing ash in areas of Seattle when that went down, which would not be fun if that was going down. They're talking about Jib. No one's talking about me, dude. No shot. I am not a volcano. Okay. All right. I think we'd have more kick punch in here. I feel like we're being too nice to him with the kick. If you were to cross-reference with like a J+1 mix in this synthwave lane, this beat mix is not going to stack up. So I'd get the beat mix right first and then work on vocals. But the beat mix should get a little more updated. More subharmonic saturation probably on your kick. Give it a little more down low. The snare, you got to transient design that and get more initial attack on that snare. I feel like it's being too nice to us. It's like we're fading into that snare sound almost. And we don't want that. We want excitement on the front of those transients in the mid-range. The whole mix can get much louder. That'll come through building buses, right? Having a drum bus, having a drum and bass bus, having a melody bus, and then a vocal master bus, and then your beat master bus, and the beat master bus and the vocal master bus meet together at a stereo bus. All these buses, I'm saying, they have like a single band limiter on them, just barely touching the signal. And that's eventually going to just pull your sound ceiling up, which is what you need. I don't love the mix on the vocal right now, right? We're pulling away mono information for the sake of like introducing phase and like a flanger or something on here. I'd go for a much more natural sounding vocal, like the lead vocal, and then you can do some of these effects you're doing in parallel. So have a send channel with all these effects you like on it, and then put like a spreader on it so that that's like happening out wide while we have a rooted, more human sounding vocal up the middle. It'll be easier for us to understand. And then you'll have a more rooted lead vocalist on this track. Like if you were to perform this live, you're not going to have like a spread out, phased out version of your vocal. It's going to be a one vocal up front. So that's what people expect to hear. They don't know that they expect to hear that, but they do. Parallel is goated, unlike Gavin's parallel parking, and he drives a Vespa. Still can't get it done. The vocal's too low in volume, in my opinion. And then the last note for you is the toms probably need more attack and intention. He drives an Aventador. Dude, those are expensive. So yeah, the toms have the same issue as the snare. So you may have, if you have a drum bus going on, you might be compressing all those transients before they're allowed to actually smack through the mix. So I would look at maybe backing off your attack settings so that the compressor grabs a hold of that signal a little bit late. So we let that initial transient happen and then it grabs a hold of that squish. So play around with some things there, but it's a solid idea so far. I decided to EQ the snare because it was attacking the vocals to let them both smack up there. And the vocals shouldn't sound like they sound right now. So I wouldn't make any changes to the snare based on the way your vocal sounds right now. Get your vocal sounding more human and blend that sound that it has right now in parallel on the outsides. And you won't have to worry about that snare anymore because you'll have a human vocal in the middle. And it'll sound fine. Usually we want that vocal and that snare to be like holding hands and both being as loud and in your face at the same time, right? So that's okay if they're kind of fighting here and there. A lot of times your vocal is going to be sort of working with that snare and you're going to be saying pointed rhythmic pieces on the snare. And it should work. It's not going to, our brains will fill in what you're saying if it kind of takes away the intelligibility. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you sending this through. Myriad Leviathan.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Another... Makes you think about the great times? What does that mean? What is this? I'm scared to open these things, but I do it for the culture, yeah. What in the AI? Okay.
It's never easy when the day we hold is long. But if we are minded, tomorrow can make us strong.
Sick, dude. What was that? That was Salvatore Ganacci. Sick, dude. He sounds like a pizza chef. Stay Salvatore, friends. There you go. It's my boy Salvatore Ganacci. It's a real person. Nice. Nice, dude. Oh yeah, he's going in. He be going in, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I don't get it. I don't understand that at all. But we'll add that to the list of things I don't understand that Gavin's enjoying. All right. We got this one here. This is from Ra Bayach, aka I believe this is Taco Bell, right? That's the other name we go by here. Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven, who you can see occasionally on the YouTube side, but also pulled up on us on the Twitch side at one point. So we're going to check this out. This is my friend. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. W. Let's check it out. Secret Clubhouse. No face. Nice. Is it a video or it's just the song? It looks like it's just the song. It's just the outline. All right. Check it out.
My thoughts taste sour in my mouth. I am drowning in my doubt by the time I get them out. Mic'd up, hit record and track it down. Play it back and I hate the way it sounds. My God, something silly that I said. Can't remember what it was. Good thing people don't forget. Besmirched, yeah, they're thinking less of me. Or likelier than that, they're thinking of me less. So what do you want me to say? White, black, or gray? Don't face the clay. Anything to stay in your good graces. Pinned into place, no face. I'll do what it takes. Tell me what to say to cover all my bases. the times. New tricks, guess I'll never get it right. My thoughts sound stupid in my head. I don't wanna think it through, I just wanna go to bed. Tombstone, you could etch it when I'm dead, or mark it up in red. Cross it out instead. What do you want me to say? White, black, or gray? No face to claim. Anything to stay in your good graces. Pinned into place, no face. Not do what it takes. Tell me what to say to come roll my bases. I piece through the puzzle, struggle to sift through the shades. With no forum for failure, no margin to make a mistake. I curate my consciousness, filter what's said. The leftovers fester inside of my head. If I haven't fallen from your favor yet, just wait. What do you want me to say? My thoughts taste sour in my mouth. I am drowning in my doubts by the time I get them out.
You see a Starbucks cup full of extinguished cigarettes, and your first question, Gavin, is, "Can I get a sip?" I shared this with another reviewer who only said the mix was off, and it was a real shame because the song was solid, but they didn't give specifics. Yes, I have the same type of feedback here, but we do have some specifics because that other reviewer probably doesn't mix very much, and that's okay. They're doing their best. All right, this is what I'm hearing. Okay, first things first. All right, very cool instrumentation, and the lead singer sounds like they know what they're doing as well. I feel like this band sounds awesome live. Right? I feel like if you go to their shows, you're like, they're fucking cool. It's fun to listen to their shows live. And the recordings just don't live up to what you see and hear live. The recordings are not going to live up to what you're getting when you go see them perform at like a venue. Because at the venue, you're getting all the high harmonics, right? And this mix has like bubblegummed rock music that's supposed to have much more intention and much more interesting and dynamic mid-range. And they've squished the living shit out of that lead vocal, so there's nothing there. There's nothing there that in volume going up and down with that lead vocal. It's just kind of something's grabbing a hold of it the whole time and never letting go. And it's robbing this of so much awesomeness within that performance. Same with the drum mix, same thing. So we're using too much compression, in my opinion, all throughout this mix. So my main thing here at the top, I want more mid-range transients on the drum mix, right? It feels like this drum mix is just not allowed to actually snap through, right? If we were to take this drum bus here, if we soloed the drum bus, turn this down. Okay, if we put a transient designer here, right? The Waves Smack Attack on this drum bus as an example. All right, it's almost got this kind of deal going on. When you overcompress things, we lose that initial transient. On top of that, things feel a little long here. Right? Hey, job bless games. Appreciate the freaking gifted sub on the rum side, my guy. I think that moves me over to a cash out amount. So that's a big help, job. Appreciate you, man. Hope you had a wonderful stream over there. Don't do another one. How dare you do two? You cut that out. One was good enough. I appreciate you, man. Big love. Big love, my guy. Thank you so much, Ja. Thank you so much. Right? This is kind of what's going on with their mix with the drums. But if you take the sustain away, so we shorten those drum sounds, okay? And then you bring this attack back, it starts to get more exciting. Okay, this is intention and attack here. There's too much attack. Okay, that kick starts to fuck with your ears. That hat starts to fuck with your ears. But the idea is that you want things to feel like it forces your listener to make a decision. Do I like this or not? Right? And nothing about this mix will force anyone to make a decision other than, I think I can tell that musically these guys are talented, but the engineer let them down here. Or there's too many cooks when it comes to the mix. Too many people having opinions on the mix and not enough people that know what to listen for to get the best out of this piece of music, which happens a lot in bands, right? I have a buddy in a band. He's in like a 15-piece band. Too many people giving mix feedback that don't know shit about mixing, and you go see them live, sounds great. All their albums sound like ass, right? All the albums sound like ass. You can hear every instrument, but we don't need to know like the saxophone player's opinion on how the drums feel in the track for the most part. Like, that doesn't really matter. 15-piece, imagine the splits, dude. Yeah. Those royalty splits. You get $1, you get $1, you get $1, and you get $1. You also get $1. Thank you for your work. No, they play a lot of shows though here in the Seattle area. Some dude even flew the whole group up to Alaska to play some kind of private event. So they be popping off locally, right? They pop off locally. They pop off locally for sure. I'll never forget our Vegas trip. That is going to be an insane video, I already know. Let's get through the rest of this here, though, for Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven right about now. I want more high harmonics on the lead vocal. Lead vocal is extremely lacking in high harmonics. It just sounds like it's like we're recording like this. It's like we have taken all the air out of the recording, right? There's no air up top. I know it's there in the recording. It has to be. If it's not, then they did something else wrong. But even if it's not there, there's plugins we can use to bring it back. Something like Fresh Air, or even just a high shelf on an EQ above 10K. They can bring some harmonics back. Those harmonics above the sibilant range is what makes the mid-range feel like it has texture. It makes it interesting. And all that texture is gone. All of it's gone. So I don't know what happened there with the mix. Honestly, with this mix, I would start over with the mix. Right? I would start it from scratch. I wouldn't use any of the existing settings and just go back to the drawing board. I would transient design and shorten the decay of the kick sound since it's such a quick pattern. And I just showed you a transient designer and shortening the decay. If the decay is really long, you have like a doo, 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 doo. But we shorten that up, it starts to sound more like doo, 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 doo. Just a quick attack and go away. That's what we want, because there's some spots where it's going doo, 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 doo. And those bigger transients are going into the processing later on in the track, a couple channels down, and that limiter is getting slammed with voltage. Boom, 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 boom. And it starts to make the whole track feel like it's pumping and coming down, coming down, coming down. So quicker transients allow for a more transparent work from a single band limiter. And I don't know if they're using a single band limiter in this mix. This feels like they might be using multi-band limiters in this mix. Something like that. Something's going on. I think that I would suggest opening up the lead vocal, right? Getting that high harmonics back, getting rid of the compression settings that are on there, and then getting some saturation on the mid-range of that lead vocal would sound really nice, right? A couple ways to do that. There's plugins like FabFilter's Saturn people use for saturation. You could also just use like a stock saturation plugin, but probably do it in parallel. Or you could do something like using a clipper that has a multi-band setting like Orange Clip, and you can find that range that you want to saturate of that vocal, and then you can do a wet dry on that. Shaperbox 3 saturator as well. Also a great one. A poor man's Saturn. There you go. There you go. I've been Gavin, if you haven't seen using Orange Clip for saturation, it's pretty fucking cool. You can get some really unique sound design out of that. I think that'd be good for your sound. That's your drum bus secret. Yeah, you do have good mixes, Gavin. For all the shit we be talking all the time, we'd be wasting. Gavin low-key has pretty strong mixes in here. Yeah, so I think that would sound good and give us more of that rock sound, right? Having some saturation on the vocal, give it some of that kind of nastiness, that texture. But you can definitely overdo it and you'll lose some of that air. So it's something that you want to do in parallel so you have a balance. But that's what I got for you. I think the other one I have here, I have one more here. I would use multi-band compression on the vocal before going into single band compressors, right? So multi-band compression to dial in all the little bands. You could set the bands, like if just this part of the vocal, I want to have a separate compressor setting on just that part, then the part that's up, that part, I want a different setting on that compressor. So that's why we use multi-band, so that we can kind of control the dynamics and deal with all the resonant issues at the starting point. And I'll reach for on a lead vocal, I'll go multi-band compression before I even touch like a surgical EQ, or I go into any kind of single band limiter or single band compressor. Even if it's like the most awesome vocal compressor, no. I'm going to make sure it's a clean signal before I want to turn it up. Because those compressors are going to add some sort of harmonics. Most of them do, or they subtract something. But I don't want to be making my adjustments based on some shit that's messing with a signal I didn't like. I don't want it to add shit to a signal I already didn't like. So we're going to use multi-band compression to get a signal that we like, and then deal with it from there. If they want to learn more about that, pop over here to the mixing videos. You can just send them this link. Even though they're not doing hip hop vocals, this is a lot of the ways I was taught about approaching mixing vocals for, you know, pop music. It would work for their style of music too, but going multi-band compression before going into all the other vocal chain plugins. Classic Lou Diaz, yeah. Gavin's favorite engineer on here. We love Lou Diaz, dude. We love Lou Diaz out here. So that's what I got for him. I appreciate you sending this through. Thank you so much for that. Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven, your friend is talented, or friends, but they need to get their mixes right, and they should be cross-reference mixing with successful songs in this lane, because they're gonna start to really hear those issues when they have another song that's professionally mixed in the session with theirs. They can go back and forth and go, oh, we're missing the mark here. Where's the drums? Where's the drum aggression? We don't have it, right? So have them cross-reference mix so that their engineer has something to hold on to on the side of the pool before they dive back in and try to fix the mix and start swimming in circles and drowning. I appreciate you sending this through, Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Who's in the skips? Weed Sack's in the skips. I see you, Weed Sack. We're going to Weed Sack after this. All right. Pull this up, and then we got one quick digression before we run this. Before I forget to run this digression, dude. Gotta have a side quest. It's what we do is side quests. This was us in Vegas. No more 400-pound guys. You do like big fat guys, dude. Low-key offended that you hang out here. Now we know who you have in your basement. It's big fellas. Big fellas locked in Gavin's basement. 100%. This still says little big. I could see why it was suggested to you. Let's see what's going on here and how insane this is. We're playing Uno at the casino. I'd fuck with this casino. That'd be dope.
Now dance.
What's wrong with his makeup? What's wrong with his makeup?
I just try to find my way through whatever come what may. I will do it.
Why are they smoking crayons, dude?
It's just little game we play. It feels good to get away. There is nothing else to say.
Hypno dance, hypno dance, hypno dance, go hypno dance, dance,
What's happening right now, dude?
hypno dance,
Hypno dance.
go hypno dance, dance, hypno dance, hypno dance, go hypno dance, dance, hypno dance, hypno dance, go hypno dance.
Oh, she got a new dress on. Oh, it's a twist. Oh my god. What is this shit? They're gonna dance again. They're gonna hypno dance again together. Could have wrote the script. Saw that coming. Sent it. You're gonna hypno dance in the fucking holding cell, dude, if you do that. Honestly, the best part of this video is when they're moonwalking out and clapping. That's the sickest shot. That's the best shot, and they do it a couple times, and that's my favorite part.
Go hypno dancer!
My goodness, that was weird. That was super weird, dude. Yeah, this is my favorite shot. Just hit him with the... While you walk out, dude. That's how I'm gonna just start exiting buildings like that backwards. Go to the grocery store, pay for your shit, grab it, and just clap your way out backwards. Who's gonna say something, dude? No one. No one. Don't even do the hypno dance. Just bypass that. Yeah, that was weird. For sure. I could see why you like that. That was super weird. That was a little off-putting and awkward. And that is 100% your vibe right there. For sure. I get it. All right, we got Weed Sack with the skip here. What is this Weed Sack? Is this like a... Do we do a soundscape to something from some kind of game? I'm guessing here. What's this called? It's called Aggressive Orchestra. No description's been added to this video, so we're just going to run it without knowing what we're looking at. Let's do it. Dude, I hate when that happens. Every time I try to kill the dragons I have out here, dude, they just fucking hit me with that joint. Plastic Quack, what's good, dude? Plastic Quack, what's happening? Man, yeah, that's a decent composition there, Wheat Sack. Very cool stuff. I think I'd want the low hits to be a little more impactful, have a little bit more low end to them, like those big kind of orchestral. I want a little bit more low end on those, and I feel like there's a little too much high harmonics on the mix as a whole. I'd probably make this feel a little warmer to go with that orchestral vibe. And then I think you can maybe do a little more sonic separation of those melodic elements with different reverbs and different analog emulating plugins. Yo, what up, Eric Blue? How do I submit my song to you in Discord? I'm new at this. Oh, so you have a Discord? You try to join up? Is that what had happened? Let me know. I see Jay Clean is in the building. Delio's here. So if you can join the Discord, do so. But if you don't have an avatar image, like if your shit looks like that, it will not let you in. So you need to have an avatar image so it looks like that, right? That's an image for your profile, and then it will let you in. No notes. Those are my notes. My notes were that I would try to dial back the high harmonics on the whole mix. I would try to get more sonic separation of the melodic elements, so those different string sounds you have. Try to have different. I'll be up for another 3 hours because of the Battlefield 6 beta drop. Dude, I need to try that game. I think we need to do a Battlefield 6 stream. I think I need to do it. Hey, W Plastic Quacks snagged that gifted sub right there by Jobless Games. Big W, dude. Yeah, I'd say then those low hits, those low orchestral toms could have a little more low end to them. They just didn't feel as impactful as they could. I would listen to like some of the Avatar type of stuff, dude. Jib, how long you been streaming? I think I've been around since like January. I've been streaming since what? I started messing around going live, not making music and doing music review, but I was just like 2 nights a week or 2 days a week really, because I was doing a lot. I was helping out with the baby a lot more. I was just playing video games, bro. I was on here in May 2024, but only 2 days a week. The classic Jib format, I started that in November of 2024. So not even a year. Not even a year. Maybe like end of October, I started doing my first couple. So that was it. Zenda, is this you? Zenda. The old gold rim days. Yeah, that's right. Them old glasses. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty Warzone, but growing up, I played a lot of Counter-Strike. I'm a mouse and keyboard fucking shooting game kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have a... well, I do have a controller, but I haven't plugged it in. I don't even have a USB available to plug this in anymore. Yeah, you pulled up as soon as I stopped playing Warzone. Yep. But I would like do games. I would like play the songs that I was making in game over like voice chat. Using voice mod, I can just like pull up and trigger music to play on everybody's headset. Just fucking with people. It was fun. We'll get back to doing some of that here and there. Why not? You know what I'm saying? But Weed Sack, I like it, man. It's a dope composition. You're very, very strong with this type of stuff, dude. This is your wheelhouse. Easy money for you, Weed Sack, and we like it, man. Good stuff, dude.
Thank you.
W submission there, Weed Sack. Yeah, low-key looked like the have you guys seen the Game of Thrones spin-off? Look a little bit like that. I also used to play Rocket League. I used to be alright at Rocket League. It's a game with 12 active players. You should play Pounce. No one plays it. Is Aspect still in the building? Yeah, you can get there, Wheat Sack. You can get there, man. Don't stop trying. Aspect still here? W Aspect. Hell yeah. We're running Aspect next. We're gonna pull this up real quick and see what is. Guys, you show us the game. Is that what you're showing us? This is some of the gameplay. Again, it's fat guys. What the fuck, Gavin? Dude, it's just, why are you so obsessed with fat people? Why are you here? All right, it's low-key if I'm offended. Everything you've shown me that you're interested in is fat guys. And now I'm one of them. And now I'm one of them, dude. We got to talk about this, Gavin. All right? Got me pissed. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up, dude. Let's check out this fat guy video game that you've been playing. You and 12 other fat guys. They're husky? No, these motherfuckers are fat. Your Terminator was good. Fat Guys, the game. This summer, 1 man, actually 2 men, 7 sandwiches. Fat Guys in the wild. Like, it's just, all you do is hug fat guys. This is the game. Bro, like, play Madden or some shit. What are we doing? What the fuck is this, dude? It's just butt mashing. Why are they in the middle of like a Norwegian fjord? What's going on here? It picks a random death time and it picks a winner. That's not, then what's, just flip a coin. Just flip a coin. My goodness, dude. And the fact that Gavin plays this with no clothes on is also insane. Fjord, wow, I was not expecting that. Dude, the beat is better than the game. Take this hat pattern. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, if you made it Big Booty Latinas, this game would have 1,200 active players immediately. Immediately, dude. If this had some just some absolute queens in there, some reinas, if you will, instead of those fat like, you know, ambiguous. We can't even tell what race they are. Everything I showed you today you would have lived your whole life without seeing 100%. That's true. Says you're welcome. Paunch got that fire beat though. You're Terminated. You ain't lying. Sumo Fred. Yeah, it really did look like that. It really did look like that. That's crazy, dude. He said you're welcome. I didn't thank you for sending that. All right? We did watch it. And I appreciate you. Okay? So I guess I am thanking you for that. My goodness. Thank you, Ja. Ja's so generous over here, guys. You already know that, though. Steam charts, real stats. It's just you. Is it just you playing that game? Oh, man. If you're a fan of that game, I'm assuming you're single. Last 30 days, average players are 3. Peak players 11. So this is you. That's you. You retired at my... dude, my stream does better numbers than that. Followed for Fat Guy Game. W Terminated. Thank you for that. My stream does better numbers than that on Kick. And no one watches on Kick. Took home some trophies. I bet you did. Well, this is going to cook my algorithm. I'm going to get in paunch ads. Getting so many paunch ads, dude. All right, let's check this one out here. Yeah, we have a Kick stream going as well. If you guys have a Kick, go over there, hit a button, dude. Block me, whatever you got to do. I don't care. This is from Aspect, who newly followed us over here. We just multi-stream. The Kick's music section is completely dead. There's no one there. But if eventually it picks up, I'll be one of the first people in there doing music reviews, right? I'll be one of the first people there. Rumble as well. Very, very small music community that needs to grow, that needs to get bigger. So I don't give a fuck what people say Rumble's for. It's a Canadian website, bro. When you get paid from Rumble, it comes from Canada. Multi-streaming. That's right. Multi-stream king. Yeah, that's why we're live on Twitch. We're vertical live on YouTube right now. TikTok kicked this off because we don't play games. And then we're on Kick just because it's just a button for me. It's not hard to do. And we're also live on Rumble. And we are not live on OnlyFans. Maybe Jock could do an OnlyFans, live. They might let him on. He's got his shirt off for most of the time. No, KICK, different, might be a different website. It's not spelled KIK. We're live on dairyqueen.net. Oh, man. Multi-stream king. I meant me, but you too, I guess. No, yeah, you're probably doing more than I am, Terminated. Let's be real. And definitely doing it longer than I have. Exophonic was good, dude. Sent tips to get him to put clothes on. Did it work? You sent Jaw money to put his shirt back on. That's the new meta. That's the new meta. We got to get on that. I'm gonna start streams just butt booty naked until we get subs. Until we get subs and and tips, dude. Until we get subs and tips. I was gonna say, dude, you said dairyqueen.net. AOF streams coming. There you go. Make the black bar meta great again. Yeah. Just OnlyFans streams coming? Hell yeah. We got a song for OnlyFans we were working on. It was about a girl who gets OnlyFans money. And she spends it on me. Alright, we got one more digression here, real quick, before we get into this track.
The line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes.
He knew. Again, Gavin got the fat guys on his fucking... I feel like Gavin gets off stream, and he puts his headphones on to fall asleep, and it's just... The fat boys are back. That's all you listen to, dude.
The line where the sky meets the sea.
It'd be funnier if he was singing, but he's not. He's just holding on for dear life. And you can see that he just resigns that he's not going to stay upright here. Yeah, fat guy's gooning. that's actually Gavin's name is an algorithm for gooning to fat guys.
It calls me, and no one knows.
Like, the best part of this video is right here. Right here, he realizes, uh-oh, I have done too much leaning to one side, and we're going over. There's nothing we can do at this point. He just gives up here, which is the right thing to do. Don't panic. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Right? White shirt also, is he new to this? I mean, yeah, the man is 400 plus pounds. He's definitely new to doing this, but we have to stop and give him a round of applause for being a big fella and getting out there and getting active. Right? He might be turning over a new leaf. He's definitely turning over a canoe, but he might be turning over a new leaf in his life, and we have to applaud fat people working out. That's great that they're doing that. And he's doing it in a way that won't mess up his joints. He could have posted the GoPro head cam. He probably didn't want to. He may have lost that head cam in the chaos here. Yeah, exercise. Good.
We do want to fill our stadium up with our guys. I know we have a good draw for people from out of town. There you go. Hey. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Jay Bishington with the Party of 19 raid. What's good, y'all? How y'all living? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate y'all coming through. We were just watching this quick reaction to this video here. This was me a couple years ago in a canoe.
The line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes.
There it was. I transformed that day. Jay Bish, hope you had a good stream. Didn't even know you were live, my guy. And you subbed up. My guy, dude. My freaking dude. Honey Pack Gang. Let's hit him with the emojis. Did he die? Nah, he's cool. He floats, homie. He floats, homie. He don't have to worry about shit. Honey Pack gang, Honey Packs emotes in the chat. The man is in the building. Appreciate the sub and the raid. Big love. I don't want to hear you say my vocals are too low. He found Ozempic. He may have. There's actually a new one dropping that doesn't destroy your proteins in your body like Ozempic. So that's going to be the new wave. That's going to be the new wave right there. Because a lot of people don't know this. If you're going to take Ozempic, you also have to be lifting heavy weights 3 days a week. And you know those bitches ain't lifting heavy weights 3 days a week. They're not. They're not lifting heavy weights 3 days a week. Ever. So these girls are just their body's eating itself. You know what I'm saying? W. Well, we got this track real quick from that we already had pulled up, and then we'll go to that skip. It's from Aspect here. Let's hear what Aspect has going on. This one is called MX. It's MX Meant to Be. We're going to run this, then we're running that one from Jay Bish. He said, nope, you're terminated. Anorexia. That's probably also not the move. A little drum and bass.
I've been living on a good love, living like it won't stop, giving you the best of me, but now I'm feeling like it's all gone. Baby, where'd it go wrong? I thought we were meant to be now. I've been living on a good love, living like it won't stop, giving you the best of me, but now
Hey. Very good stuff, man. Very, very good stuff. They need more hype emotes on the Rumble side. You ain't lying, Terminated. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. We're kind of lacking there. I probably need to get my own design to throw them in there so that y'all have something to do over there. It's okay. Not my genre. I like more industrial sounds. There you go. Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven. Feeling it. Likes it. Exophonic says, yes, good old classic DMB. Wheatsack says, so good. What the fuck? I would agree. This is really, really cool. Really good programming. We're going to follow MX over here. Only 21 follows. What are we doing? What are we doing, gang? Go hit the button on him. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff, man. I think I like the aggression that we have with some of the elements in the mix, especially like low end and some of the transients in the mid range, like the hats and all that. I would probably say getting a little more emphasis on kick transients and snare transients. If you're not using transient designers all over the place, it should be a big part of your arsenal for productions going forward. I'm not saying change anything on this one. It's just some of the shit I was hearing. I just wish this kick had a sharper attack to it. Yo, Jibbah, you want to wingman me? What does that even entail? You don't need a wingman. You're Goose and the pilot. You know what I mean? But what does that even entail, Jay Bish? What are you on like an E-date right now? Ion got wings. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, so I think a sharper transient on the kick would definitely serve this mix and make it more exciting through that mid range, right? Something like this, right? Just a quick pop. Ricky Akimbo, I need wings. What up, Ricky? A quick pop, and then a sharper transient on a snare, like that. Right, even layering in a mix snare like that with a little bite off the front end. That would definitely carry this mix and make it more exciting. That's what people like to dance to, and especially in this genre. I don't know what subgenre of drum and bass this is. They always have like 17 different names for the type of EDM genre it is, but yeah, aggressive hi-hats. I want them so sharp that I cut myself on them. Yeah, and he's got that going on. You have good attack on the hi-hats. That's why I know you're fully capable of it. Some of that attack and some of that attention to the groove. Like the groove is going to be kick and snare in this style of music, along with how that bass is moving with it. And sometimes those samples and those other elements are washing over that snare. Sometimes you got to just sidechain that snare through everything, so that when it's time for that snare to happen, it's just that's all we got in our face, and then everything else comes back. And it'll just kind of feel like this kind of pump that the song has that gives it more intention on those sounds, and like, ooh, that's fucking sick, that's dope, that thing is in our face when it happens. And they're gonna be like, damn, that's a really loud snare, when in reality all you're doing is moving everything else out of the way, letting them hear the snare, and then bringing everything else back. It's not that the snare is louder, it's just that there's nothing else there, so they notice the snare more, right? So playing those kind of tricks on your listeners, and that way you're not just slapping voltage through there when there's no more room. You're just letting the right things win at the right time, so that we're mixing to the groove and letting that groove smack them in the forehead when it's time for them to hear that. So that's all, just transient designing, because a lot of the other things you're doing sound fantastic. Like, we want to hear more from you. This is really, really dope. So I followed you up over there on SoundCloud, and we look forward to hearing more from you. We hope you come on back and submit things in the future. Thank you so much for that. Very cool stuff there. Aspect followed us up tonight, found us over here on the Twitch side, got some bangers. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We like it. We like it. All right. We got one from Jay Bishington, who needs a wingman. Who needs a wingman? W. Let's check it out. Let's check out why you need a wingman. Taliban. Produced by Flav. JBass version 2. It's an MP3. We're going to get a visualizer. Nah, just kidding. I'll just get him. You produced this? Why does it say produced by Flav? Flav, is that you? You're going by Flav when you make beats? Flav? Flav? Is that what it is? J-Bish Flav. It's you and Flavor. Got it. You did melody. Okay. Look at that, dude. Little Bishington McCookups, dude. I like it. I like it, dude. If you're already in the DAW anyways, recording your vocals, you might as well learn how to produce. Who gives a fuck? Do everything. The more you can do. The more you can do. That's what I say. The more you understand about the whole process, the more valuable input you'll have for producers that you end up working with. The more shit you can add to people's productions that you feel like it might be missing. You can articulate more stuff, and you can do more in the mix if you know how to produce. Let's check this out. This is J Bish with Taliban.
They stacked up till it's not tipping y'all. Got in that bullet hole way too big. That shit be matching his denim tails. Yeah, I ain't sleeping, I always be working. They don't even know what I did in a year. Don't even wearing your chain on my block, cause you gonna pull up, you get killed for it, yo. Ain't nothing wrong with my legs. I got a little Draco, I walk with a Leon. Got in that shot and I fell in love with me. I treat it like shit, I ain't never been seen on. I got the Glock on the left and the right, and I'm shooting that shit. I need all my misses. Heat. Yeah, ain't no dishes, I got these bowls. Turn the rolls. I got her on my own. I got her on my own shit. I'm gonna beat up a flavor. I wait till they hear that shit at the shows. Draco on my side, that shit gonna shoot to your bones. I got rich, like how I want me. Never walking like it never go resurrect. Shawty wanna shoot it, let's sing like a Cineplex. Selling that Adderall shit, 30 milligrams. Had the money before rap, now I been a man. That was me up on the news in the minivan.
I appreciate you, Gavin.
Ain't no dishes, I got these bowls. Turn the rolls. I got her on my own. I got her on my own shit. I'm gonna beat up a flavor. I wait till they hear that shit at the shows. Draco on my side, that shit gonna shoot to your bones.
Yeah. Your Terminator says, trapping, snares working overtime. Definitely that snare's in a pretty decent spot though in that mix. The problem is that the low end has not enough control, and it's kind of ducking whatever master processing is going on when we get big hits on that 808. So I would definitely try to control this 808 more on this beat. But it's a cool idea so far. Nothing wrong idea wise on the beat. I think it just needs a mix with a little more attention to detail, a little more science down low, right? So the main one being, I'd probably be soft clipping this 808. You could do that even to get some saturation on it, but you could just soft clip it in general on the low end version. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to split it. I'm going to have two versions of the 808, one at 150 hertz and down, and one at 150 hertz and up, right? The 150 hertz and down version, I'm probably going to make it mono. I'll probably soft clip it, and then I'll go into a limiter with it and just barely touch it with a limiter. Now you have a much more controlled signal in that sub range, and something that you can sidechain your kick through, because we need a punchy kick layered in here, right? And then we sidechain that kick through the low end version of the bass. The 150 hertz and up, the 150 hertz and up version, I'm probably adding like a slight buzz distortion. I'm not talking about like a, I'm talking like a kind of some kind of buzz like that. And then I'm probably spreading it. I'm using some kind of widener plugin, something that introduces phase intentionally on that 150 hertz and up, so that it feels wider as a bass sound. And then you have that rooted mono sub layer at 150 hertz and down. And this shit's gonna hit super hard like you want it to, but then it's also gonna feel bigger, because we're tricking the listener's ear into thinking it's a massive bass sound, when in reality it's a really controlled bass sound down low. You posted the song in feedback, W. Appreciate that. CZ Den, thank you for that. You got a clip for yeah, there you go, for Flav. So that the punchy kick layered in there would make a lot of sense. Use one of those transparent kicks, something in this lane, right? The kick like that. Right? I don't want anything like a long tail like this. I want something fast. Fast gets out of the way. I would probably transient design and shorten the hats. You have these hi-hats are like, just shorten that bitch. Make them. That'd make a lot more sense. You got something to tell me? What's good? The snare has decent attack. You may want to get a little more high harmonics on that joint. Hey, I love you, cuz. Hey, I love you too, man. For real shit, Jay Bish. I do love and appreciate you, man. Always nothing but love over here for Jay Bish. The vocal mix feels too thin and squished, right? We got to go look at your vocal. If you just turn your chain off and listen to what you have going on, right? Keep the tune on if you want, but just listen with the beat. Once you get the beat to the right spot, just listen to your recording without any processing. Just listen to the recording and say, man, what do I like musically about my vocal here? What do I like about it? Right? Figure that out first. Don't start to pick out the problems. Listen to say, what do I like about this? What makes this feel dope right here? Right? And a lot of it is going to be the the lower part of your voice that you have rolled all the way out before squishing the shit out of the signal, right? So now we're getting a really like squashed, sort of saturated version of the mid-range without any of those low mids. And I'd rather have those compressors and all that shit dealing with the entire range of your vocal, and then thin it out later if you want. But have those things work on the entire vocal, so we're not just squishing things that make it feel unnatural, right? Because we're just getting really like sharp. We're getting those sharp like sibilant transients up top, but then there's some kind of saturation on them, making them feel like a little softer, which now sounds unnatural. So I think a more natural sounding vocal, because you have a cool voice and you tend to mix stuff in a way that thins out your cool sounding voice. And give us, that's like taking you're taking the meat out of the sandwich, dude. Leave it in there. Leave the meat in. All right. There's a quote of the night. There it is. But I like this shit, man. It's sounding pretty dope so far. I understand where it's gonna go. So I do know that this has potential to be really dope. So definitely get some of this stuff worked on with Flav. W production too. Good to hear you doing some beats, man. We want more of that from you, Jay Bish. Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you.
And thank you for the raid as well. Thank you for the raid as well, for sure. 'Twas fun. Much love, bro. Appreciate you, man. All right. We back in the regular line. Who else we got in this regular? We're about to close this bitch. For sure. We got Rex up next. Is Rex in the building? I'm not sure where Rex is coming from. But if Rex is in the building, say something. CTR after that. Delio Daimon after that. Young Slutty Boy after that. J Clean after that. I'm doing J Clean no matter what. That Rex George, that's you? Got you. We got Zenda. And then we got CZ Den. Got you. Shit, we finna close this queue right now. It's already 11. Yeah, we closing this. Queue is closed. So if you're in there, you're good to go. If you're in there, you're good to go. No worries. Bang, and we closing it right here. Q is closed. W. All right. Let's run it up, Rex. What's the story here? What'd you do here? Let us know. This is River of Love, official lyric video, Rhythm, new worship song 2025. Professional snooker player says, fuck. One more cue, please. Yeah, if you're already in here trying to get your shit loaded in, go for it. You're good. You're good, young PSP. You could throw it in there. Let me know your name in the Discord. And we'll make sure you get to do that, do your thing. Oh, there you are. I think that's you, right? Jen Style, I believe, is you. You have permissions. I just gave you permissions. Big W. Feel free to throw that in the feedback section. Thank you for pulling up. There it is. There it is. All right. What do we got here? We got this one from the River of Love. Bless you, sir. Absolutely. River of Love. Official lyric video. New worship song 2025. I guess I'll get my big ass head out the way for this joint.
Your love flows deep, a river wide, washing over every part of my life. In darkest nights and brightest days, your river of love never fades. Waves of mercy flood my soul. Your healing grace restores me whole. Oh, your love, like a river, flowing free forever, never ending, never dry. Jesus, your love flows like a river inside. When I am thirsty, you satisfy. Living water pours out an endless sea, a gentle wave surrounding me. In quiet moments you restore, a river flowing evermore. Waves of mercy flood my soul. Your healing grace restores me whole. Oh, your love like a river, flowing free forever, never ending, never dry. Jesus, your love flows like a river inside. Within my soul, your river flows, renewing life where'er it goes. From age to age, your grace will stream. Jesus, forever our living dream. Waves of mercy flood my soul. Your healing grace restores me whole. Oh, your love like a river, flowing free forever, never ending, never dry. Jesus, your love flows like a river. Let your river wash over me, heal my heart, set me free. From the source of life and grace, I drink deep in your embrace. Waves of mercy flood my soul. Your healing grace restores me whole. Oh, your love like a river, flowing free forever, never ending, never dry. Jesus, your love flows like a river inside.
Yeah, man. I can dig it. I can definitely dig that. Very cool stuff. How did you record this? What's the move here? How did this come to be, Rex? And what is your portion of this that you're involved in? I would love to know. Yeah, it's a weird mix, right? It's very, very, very controlled without any high harmonics at all. And I feel like a mix with that much polish would have way more high harmonics. So I don't understand why it's missing high harmonics on it, Rex. So let me know what's going on here. Why does it feel like that? I'd be curious to know. 'Cause who's doing... Is there anyone performing any of these songs? Is there any videos with anyone performing these? Official audio, official audio, official audio. I don't know. It feels the mix feels AI generated. I think your net's dying, boss. What do you mean? It feels like an AI mix. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's there's a weird phase thing going on with the mix, and there's no high harmonics on it. So that's why it feels like AI. It feels like an AI generated song, to be honest. And I thought maybe not, because it felt like there was harmonies for a second, but it was actually just more unison stacks on that joint. Also, the lyrics themselves feel like the most computer generated thing I've ever seen. But if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know. I would like to be wrong. I would like to know more about this process if this is something you recorded. Hence my Yeah, this feels like an AI generated song, Rex. If I had to pin it. So, embark on a sonic journey of faith. Collaborating, let's connect. It's pretty vague, dude. It's pretty vague. What's going on here, Rex? Is this AI? Is this generative AI? It feels like generative AI. I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say that it is. This is exactly what we listen for with generative AI. A lot of people wouldn't say it is. But I think this is. Unless you can show me the singer. It does sound like a typical Christian radio song. Very true, you're terminated on the Rumble side. But that's because it's probably training off of 1,000 typical Christian radio songs, right? But if you listen, why would anyone have this much of a studio quality sound with no information above like 13 kilohertz?
Never ending, never dry. Jesus, you.
There's nothing up there. Ban. I'm not going to ban people like that. Just tell us the truth. If it is, we're not going to be mad at you. But if you can't tell me anything about the recording process of this, what DAW is used, who's the singer? You know what I mean? Any of that stuff, it starts to raise the eyebrow of, all right, was this generative AI? And at that point, what are you getting feedback on generative AI for? Because you can't change the mix. You typed a prompt if that's what you did to get this done, and you can't change the mix at all. So there's nothing to feedback at all. It's just, you just made us listen to a computer for 4 minutes. That's all I'm saying. But I'm down to listen to a computer generated song for 4 minutes if you're transparent about it being a computer generated song. Just most people aren't going to listen for it and know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like right now. There haven't been many Sunos that slip through the cracks for me. This feels like it. I'm calling it out. So there it is. That's my feedback. That is generative AI. If you get a lyric video of water, you know it's AI. There you go. All right. CTR Dubs. What up, Chloe? Yep. And he dipped out too. He was like, fuck that. I'm not answering these questions. That's all right, man.
Think of me when you're out there.
All right, here's some rhythm, dude.
I'll beg you nice from my knees. And when the world treats you way too fairly,
good night.
It's a shame I'm a dream. All I wanted was you. CTR. All I wanted was you. That escaped from my mouth. Oh. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was
Good God.
All right. Yes.
CCR. All right. You took a a good sounding vocalist and just slammed her into a OTT or something. That was the loudest fucking vocal run of my life, dude. All right, we're gonna play some like forest ambiance in the background to just reset our ears here for a second. Okay. All right. It is loud as a motherfucker, dude. This mix is not ready to be pushed like that. Okay, we're just gonna run this in the background to reset everybody. All right, now let's talk about it. CTR vocal mix is ouch. Okay, I'm sure the original from Paramore doesn't have high frequency resonance that makes me want to rip my ears off, dude. Damn, why did I feel like the vocals was under the mix? Dude, Robert, no shot you felt like those vocals were too quiet. There's no shot, Robert. You need to get your headphones checked, and then your head, and then your ears. That shit was loud as a muff, dude. All right? She's loud. We got to control her vocal if we want to push it like that. All right? We gotta use multi-band compression on that sample and really grab those resonant tones where she's holding these long vowels. You, right? She's holding that shit and you're just letting it go, dude. You're just letting it fly right through. And then you're like, you know what? Let's saturate the whole thing. Let's push this to the top, dude. Could barely hear Haley over the droning. There you go. Is that who that is, Haley? The kick is clipping the mix. That usually doesn't happen. The last mix you sent in CTR, you did a fantastic job with kick and bass. This one feels like we didn't even use any of that information from the previous mix. The kick is clipping something, so that would need to be fixed. The snare should be the loudest element of this style of music, in my opinion, and that to me that was lacking and actually getting over the top like they normally do with the rhythm mixes. The main synth feels under controlled and loud as a muv, dude. Right up there. Literally that vocal and that main synth sound are occupying the same space and they're like fighting each other, right? So one's got to win with those. You got to sidechain her vocal through that other thing, and that thing's got to duck in those areas where her vocal is supposed to go, because we can't just keep maxing. The cup's already full in that area. We can't just keep pouring more stuff into that cup. It just starts to make the whole thing feel squished and over push, and it's an ear fatiguing mix right now. Like I don't want you listening to this demo anymore. I want you to go in and fix these problems before you start playing this shit again and getting used to this demo. This is not how it should sound, right? And I know you can do a better job than this. This might be a rushed one, quick one, but I don't want you to get used to hearing it this way. And yeah, last note, this mix isn't sonically ready to be pushed this hard up to the sound ceiling. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Let's make sure shit sounds nice, and then we'll move it up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Instead of focusing on moving it up and then working on making it work while it's moved up, make it sound good and then move it up. You know what I mean? Because I know you can do it, CTR. That's the only reason that we have these notes. Jez, sup big jibs, passing through, keep doing you, you got this, don't listen to the critics. Was there critics today? Did I have any critics? All we had someone try to sneak in an AI, that was it. No critics though. We've been pretty good. I appreciate you, Jez. Good to see you. Good to see you. I keep seeing people are using the Big Jibbah AI dancing meme everywhere on Twitch, which is great. No one knows it's me unless you gigantify it though. So that's also probably for the best. But CTR, I like the idea. I think we just need to do a little bit less to get more out of this mix, if that makes sense. All right? Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you.
We're feeling pretty relaxed, right? Feeling pretty good about that. I'm gonna do a whole stream of just this. One whole stream where I just sit here, close my eyes for a while, take a nap. And we just hang out, let's crack some beers. You guys down to do one of those? We'll just do like an ambiance stream. We'll just crack some beers. We'll just watch nature with sounds of nature. Like a little, drinking ASMR, dude. That's all we'll do, dude. I'm about it. Hey, what's that nature show you're watching? Oh, it's just Big Jibbah drinking while looking at a 4K forest, dude. Little 4K forest. Hell yeah, dude. I'm into it. Sometimes you got to reset the ears. It's either that or you play Papa Bless to reset. Sometimes we got to play a little Papa Bless to reset the ears, you know? Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of It's Going Down by Papa Bless. The AI can't do his voice. I wish I knew one of these girls that he used for B-roll in here. Like, if you could just hit up Cynthia, Sarah, and Jessica and let them know, like, you guys are in my favorite video on YouTube. Like, I would send this to them literally every day if I had their numbers. Like, did you know that you're in one of the best videos on YouTube? Does anybody have the lyrics for this? I'd love to know. I think he says yeah a few times. Yeah, W editing, dude. He has nothing but the best content. Low key, everything should have $1 million, right? Look at his top comment here. I absolutely love this. Keep him coming. I've been here before. I've definitely been here before. This is my stomping grounds. Papa Bless, man. Amazing. He's got a voice like Doc Rivers in the fourth quarter. Just incredible, dude. Yeah! It's young Jeezy's father, I think. That's where Jeezy got his voice. Fucking incredible. I love it. I love it, dude. We need a whole album of just him. What I want to do is let's do a Suno experiment. Let's feed Suno nothing but Papa Bless and see what it spits out at us. That would be so funny. That'd be a great YouTube video. Just taking Papa Bless's music. Yeah! You know what I mean? Just taking his music, feeding it into Suno, and seeing what Baby Timbo churns out for us. We do have that acapella. Someone separated that for us. They were so kind. We have one of the acapellas. I don't know which one it is. Where's my Papa Bless, dude? We need it. It's somewhere on this unorganized fucking where is it? Damn it, I lost it. If anyone sees Papa Bless listed up here, you let me know. Yeah! It's going down. Yeah! Here it is.
Yeah! Yeah! Fried corn! Fried corn! Fried corn! Fried corn! Fried corn!
That poor microphone, man. He's getting after it. He's absolutely getting after it, dude. Oh my god. We need to make a synth out of that. Hey, Fun 007. This is the best ringtone you've ever heard. Hell yeah. Fun 007. Appreciate the follow on the Twitch side. Fun 007. Let us know.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How'd you land on the 007, you big James Bond fan? Big James Bond fan right there? Which James Bond? You more Pierce Brosnan? Sean Connery? You more into the new shit? The Craig whatever his name is? That guy? Is there a new Bond yet? Did Bond go woke yet? Have they done the Bond lady yet? That's coming for sure. This summer, James Bond is actually Jenny Bond. That'll be fire, dude. 00 Schmebben. All right, up next. Focus up, dude. Oh, James Wong. That's a whole different movie. But Daniel Craig did well. Yeah. Daniel Craig's Bond is a little more like, he gets kind of punched up, dude. The old Pierce Brosnan days, like he didn't even have to fix his hair the whole movie. He's good to go. But Daniel Craig be bleeding and shit. Hey, just subbed on YouTube, the professional snooker player. Big W. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're trying to build our YouTube. So if you guys have YouTubes, go over to the Big Jib side, hit a button or two. A dislike button's okay. Doesn't matter. Just let them know that there's things here to react to. We have some content over there too. There's a lot of shorts. Just me talkboxing, messing around. All right. Delio Diamond. This is Den Bover. It's a play on the old name Ben Dover, which is a silly name to sign up for things. Anybody else have names like that you know of? Other inappropriate names you can write on your coffee cup when you go to Starbucks and you make them say it out loud? Ooh, they got Idris Elba Bond. Is that what's happening? Idris Elba as Bond? I'd be down for, though. Idris Loki should have a spy movie. Idris is fire, dude. I fuck with Idris. I didn't like his movie about fighting. You know, he did like his own version of The Lion King. Didn't love that one. Dick Short is a terrible. There's not even like a funny thing in there. Yeah, all right. And you want your coffee? What's the name for the coffee? It's Wiener Length. All right, so I'm not writing that down. Okay, cool. Makes sense. That actually checks out. That's probably for the best that you don't say that out loud. You went to school with a Drew Peacock. That's not bad. Drew Peacock. That's pretty funny. I had a teacher named Richard Broadsack through middle school, and he even moved on with us to high school. And we called him Dick Broadsack. That's his actual name. I have a really good friend who gave me the nickname Big Jibbah. His actual legal name is Richard Johnson. I'm not kidding. His legal name on his ID is Richard Johnson. We went to Canada once. We went up to Vancouver for a weekend to get drunk with some other homies. And we had to wait at the border for like an hour because his name was Richard Johnson. And there was like 17 other people named Richard Johnson who had felonies and could not go into Canada. But he was the only one who's 7'2", so they let us go because no one else was listed at 7'2". Poor man. Yeah, no one calls him Richard really. We all just call him Big Man because when you're 7'2", you're a cartoon character at that point. You can't be 7 feet tall plus and not be a character, right? I've gone to Mariners games with this guy. We can't even sit in the seats because he's so big. And all I'd do is I'd walk around the stadium with him. And he would be like, yo, walk behind me. And I'd be like 10 paces behind him, and everyone who goes past us just turns, dude. Everyone turns and looks. They're like, what the fuck? There you go. Rex is back. Rex, what was the news there? You left in the middle of us playing your song? We wanted answers there, Rex. That song felt like AI, Rex. That felt like generative AI, Rex. So I just wanted to know why there's no information above 13K on that song, why there's weird phase cancellation issues, Rex, why the vocal doesn't really feel like it's traveling through air. A couple things in there. Even the writing of the song was odd. Yes, it was AI. Makes sense. Okay. I can hear it. A lot of people won't hear it, but I can hear it. Said, oh, thank God. Hey. Taco Bell Punk Show Heaven, head to bed now. Once again, a fascinating live. You're hella chill, great expertise. Good night. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you so much for submitting your friend's song as well. We really appreciate you. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, we can hear it. We're training people to hear the AI generated stuff for now. But I appreciate you, Rex, for letting us know that it was generative AI. Did you use Suno for that or the other one? Yes, it's been acknowledged. Which is good. I can respect that. That's the level of your professionalism. Yes. Low key, those AI companies should hire me because I can tell them what's wrong with their AI generative mixes. The problem is they're training on wide. Yeah, Suno. I can always hear the Suno mixes. They're training on wide mixes, right? But they're not training it correctly. They're listening to the finished product of a mono snare and kick. that then has the effects spread out wide, and it's reading too much of the width on that wide signal, and it's not giving you that mono up the middle with the vocal or with the kick and snare. That's the easiest indicator, on top of them not having any harmonics up top, which is just weird. And no mistakes in the editing of the vocal either. Like they got to learn to make it more human with more mistakes. Otherwise, it just doesn't quite feel right. All right, here we go. We got Delio Diamond. Eventually, we won't be able to tell. Very true. I think by 2029, we'll have no idea. They'll get fucking quantum computers involved, and we're fucked. No shot. We'll be playing entire video games that are just quantum AI. Maybe we live in a quantum AI. Maybe this headphone might be quantum AI. We might live in a simulation at that point. We might start a new one, dude. Matrix 5, right? Quantum music, dude. What are the odds we're even in base reality right now? We don't know. That's all I'm saying. More drones inbound. Damn it. Damn it. All right, let's lighten it up. All right, we got this one from Delio Diamond. This is Ben Denbover 405. Oh, there's a short of you actually playing. There you go. That's what's up. We'll check that out in a second.
Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until, well, let's just say your hour has come again.
Fall back and reinforce sector Black 4 overwatch.
Suspect is now 187. Local protection team, prepare to inoculate.
They're definitely funky for something leaning into that dubstep sound, which I do enjoy that. But my goodness, what are we doing here on the stereo bus or master where we're not allowing anything to peek out at us, right? There's nothing in this mix there's so many aggressive sounds here that should really be like forcing us to make a decision whether we like this or not. and none of it's allowed to shine and cut through. None of the ugly is allowed to cut through this mix. It's over controlled right now, right? So let's talk about it. Whole mix has aggressive elements, but it's over controlled, and we aren't allowed to hear some of these spiky sounds and have them mess with our ears, right? We need things to hurt a little bit sometimes to really have a good mix for this style of music, right? That's what makes it polarizing. When someone hears this mix right now, they'll go, oh, that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. But I'm not going to go back and play pretty cool ever again, right? I'm not going to show pretty cool to someone who I know would like this style of music. I'm only going to show fucking awesome or that sucked to someone else, right? So how do we turn this into an area where it's more polarizing, where it's I either love this or I hate it? And we need to get your mix there with this style. It has to have that aggression. It takes some risks, right? You clipped it for YouTube? Okay, so it's like longer normally? So many good ideas, not just the mix though. I feel like the mix wasn't executed exactly how it could be. I'm not really sure what the fuck I'm doing. Fair. I mean, none of us are, right? But with this style of music, it's bussing that's going to be your best friend. It feels like you're relying on something on your master bus or your stereo bus before you go into the master to do all your heavy lifting, like some kind of like mastering plugin that's like, oh, don't worry, it'll handle everything and make it loud, right? But it's lacking the actual punch and the pump that you want in the right moments, and that's because we haven't built enough of a catch for it, right? So even me, when I have a template for something I'm working on, my template will have all these things already set up. So I'll start at the top with drums. I'll have my kick, snare, claps, hats, any kind of break beats I'm using, and then we'll go into a saturation bus right here, and then I'll go into a drum bus. All those elements together is really what makes this the loudness and meshes it gets that loudness and it meshes all these sounds together, which your drums could benefit from. If you're not bussing your drums, you should be doing that. And then my bass is here in blue, and I go into a bass bus where I can then limit the bass. If I have multiple bass sounds, I bring them all together and mesh those, kind of glue them together. And then I have a drum and bass bus where the bass bus and the drum bus meet up together, they hold hands, and there's a single band limiter there that's barely touching the signal. Moving on to the green section, we have all the melodies in green, samples, what have you, right? Those go into the melody master bus. Melody master bus, I'll use multi-band compression sometimes. Sometimes I'll just make a quick EQ cut, and then I'll have a single band limiter, again, sitting there, where we're just barely touching the signal. So then I'll have the melody master bus, and I'll have the drum and bass bus. They'll meet up together at the beat master bus, where again, we have a single band limiter, just barely touching the signal. Are you starting to understand how this works here? Like every little step of the way, we're just barely touching the signal with a single band limiter. You can put other plugins in front of that if you'd like. Sometimes you can use plugins instead of a single band limiter, like a soft clipper. But it's all about taste. It's this kind of stuff you want. When you have things with drums coming through it, you definitely probably don't want to be using multi-band limiters or multi-band compressors there. But when you have something like melodies or vocals, those can go through multi-band stuff. Yeah, you have multi-band on a lot of things. That makes a whole lot of sense. So let's try just using multi-band for melodic elements or for like the bass sounds, but not for anything with transients, anything like kicks, snares, hats, right? Shit like that. Really percussive synths. We want to kind of get away from the multi-band on shit like that. Then I'll have all my vocals sitting here in different buses for the vocals. I'll have a vocal lead master bus. I'll have a vocal dub master bus. I'll have a vocal master bus. And then here I'll have the stereo bus. Stereo bus is where I will mesh everything together using some EQ harmonic saturation with this plugin and another limiter. And then after that, it has another limiter. Sometimes I'll even put a soft clipper in here to get some more saturation at the end on low end. And then it goes to my master, which is pretty much just an analyzer. And sometimes I turn on this catch L2 doing literally nothing. It's another single band limiter. So if I play a kick drum, that bitch is going through about 8 limiters, like 6 to 8 limiters, depending on what I have turned on, right? and that's what's going to make it loud, and give it that control. And it still has attack. There's still transients in there, right? There's still intention. There's no bass on this yet. I'm still making this beat. I gotta get a groovy bass line on here, but you feel what I'm saying? Like, we can definitely get more aggression out of this, even though this is like a softer R&B type of up-tempo thing. Something I've been trying to do is make my music sound same-ish through any system. Been struggling with that. Well, that shouldn't be the goal, right? The goal should be that it just sounds good enough on whatever you're playing it on, right? I have this like set of, these are my doing shit around the house headphones, right? These joints right here. Okay, little Bluetooth, JVC pieces of shit. I don't care if I break these, right? Everything I play through this sounds fine. These are not good for referencing anything. But I know that if a mix sounds like shit on this, then I'm really going in the wrong direction, right? These will tell me a little more of the story, especially with like the mid-range. They kind of lie to me on low end, so I'm learning them a little better. And I'm so super mad at my car. I used to have really good speakers in my car, like aftermarket ones, and I finally blew them out. So I had to swap them for some new ones, and they just don't sound the same. So I'm still learning my car stereo to check my mixes there. And sometimes I'll go pull up at my buddy's place and use some monitors. And yes, I also have I have to get another Bluetooth speaker. But I do have the Frekvens from IKEA. I use that sometimes. That was designed by Teenage Engineering. So I'll pull that up and I'll play mixes on that. Because a lot of people play your mixes on your fucking cell phone too. Like, a lot of people are going to be listening to shit on the little piece of shit, mono speaker, right? And it should still translate. There should still be, the vibe of your track should still be there. And the main way to get that done is to make sure that you're focusing on mid-range transients, which you're not focused on with your mix right now, and you're doing way too much multi-band compression on, especially on drum sounds, right? So another thing you could do is you could, on your master, you can pull up you could throw an EQ here, you can check your mixes, right? By doing some shit like this. Okay, you put an EQ here and do an aggressive roll-off at 90 hertz-ish, okay? And then do another one at like 6K up here. Aggressive roll-off at like 6K. Okay, and play your shit back. This will kind of tell you what they're going to hear on a shitty headphone or a shitty speaker. This will kind of explain your mix to you and get rid of all the low end that you're relying on right now. Get rid of the high harmonics and just do a save as and make some mix changes while you're listening to it with this filter on. Right? If you listen to this mix, there's still intention, right? Even though there's not much there yet, there's no bass yet, but there's still intention with the drums. And set everything to mono 2. That's very revealing. Sometimes we can do that with one button here. There's that. It doesn't like my kid when I do that. But yes, we also check that. Just make sure to turn it off when you bounce it out. So that's something else you can check and make sure that your mixes have all the flavor it needs. My blown tweeter didn't like that either. Hey, we blow shit out sometimes on here, all right? I apologize. So yeah. So that's why we have this note, kick punch, snare attack. You're multi-banding too many drum sounds. All right, whole mix is lacking higher harmonics. You're probably multi-banding them out. All right. So yeah, that's the over control element. We figured it out. I can feel the master processing ducking and working too hard on big drops. That's probably all your multi-bands going crazy. And then yeah, it's just The whole thing is about multibands. We need more depth and dynamics and focus on mid-range transients. We just showed how to focus on mid-range transients. I think you're off for the races here. And I appreciate you sending this through. Delio Diamond, we want to hear more from you going forward, man. I appreciate you sending this through and hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Young Slutty Boy. Are we still here, dude? Some of the best I've gotten. Hey, big W's. Big W's. Low-key feedback streamers on Twitch should have like a star rating. We don't have one, dude. We don't get one. They don't give us no star ratings. It should be listed underneath your name, right? Music feedback streamer, and then you get stars. Most people just go, that's fire. All right, up next we got Young Slutty Boy. We're gonna play this for 30 seconds and move on. Right? They don't crack any jokes. They don't talk. They don't even read the chat's name. They just say, "Hey chat. Hey chat, what do we think? Chat." All right. A lot of people do that because they can't read. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I think it's one of my best traits as a streamer is that I can read. Right? What a cool concept for Rumble. Yeah, Rumble should adapt that. There's not enough feedback streamers. But they should have a star system, like a review. Although people would bot it and it would get super negative, or a music rating would be fire. Yeah, absolutely. Shit, I would do a full stream just on Rumble where I just play slaps. Just all the slaps I know about that I can't run that stream on Twitch or on YouTube. They'll kick me off. But just all like the funk deep cuts that I know about. That people should know about. They just don't. Or they'll be like, oh my God, I don't know who sampled this. But yeah, this is the original, homie. All right. Young Slutty Boy. I don't think Young Slutty Boy is still here. I really don't. If he comes back, we got him. Oh, yes. We're going to listen to Rex George actually playing, dude. Most music reviewers are like, yeah, dude, sick tune, killer mix, send me another 25. Woo! You are not fucking around. That legit is how it goes. Listen, you want me to listen to your track? $25. Jay Clean, you can sleep. I got you covered. I'm playing your track no matter what when we get to it. I told you, I missed you yesterday and I won't do it again. So this will be a VOD as soon as I'm done. It'll be a VOD for sure on Twitch. It'll for sure exist on Rumble. It'll for sure exist on Kick. Sometimes they kick us off of YouTube. Something about us bass cut. What does that mean? So this is you actually playing here, Rex. There he is. Not AI at all right there. Nice, dude. You want more of this, Rex? This I like. Yes, man. Absolutely, Rex. This is more of what you should be doing right here. Real musicianship, dude. I respect it. I like that. I like that a lot more than the AI generated stuff. Rex is solid on the little guitar there, right? I like it. Oh, Something About Us from Daft Punk. That funk kind of bass. Program drums are okay. I mean, we're making hip hop and R&B music. You know what I'm saying? That's all good. This beat always felt like, from Daft Punk, this one always felt like a Warren G beat to me. It just feels like Warren G. Like he's about to pop in and be like, I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. Yeah, who doesn't love this song though, right? What key is this in?
There's something about us I want to say, 'cause there's something between us anyway.
Between us, baby.
I might not be the right one. It might not be the right time, but there's something about us I've got to do.
That I got to do.
Some kind of secret I will share with you. I need you more than anything in my life.
Anything in my life.
I want you more than anything in my life.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I miss you more than anyone in my life.
And I miss you more.
I love you more than
Funky, you know what I'm saying? Soulful funk. That's that Warren G shit right there. Really does feel like it belonged on the Warren G I Want It All. I love this album too, by the way, from Warren G. It just feels like
I need a dope beat. Just holla at your boy, name Warren G. A dope beat.
I just feel like it'd be on this album.
Just holla at your boy, name Warren G. I need a dope beat. Just holla at your boy, name Warren G. A dope beat. Just holla at your boy, name Warren G. Y'all know me, the G from the 213. LBC regulating, skating on them Daytons, banking back on the scene with the Henny and the Jimmys, like I'm all tall, short, like dark, thick, and skinny. I'm a ladies' man, Mercedes and proper ice, living nice sauce, gravy stand. Ain't nothing changed. Me and Snoop still the same. Plus they dropping weight with the classic thing. Now I remember way back at.
Fun fact: this album was mixed by David Pensado. Dave Pensado, one of the best mixing engineers who like really started with the YouTube teaching for engineers like on the internet. Dave Pensado. If you guys haven't studied Dave Pensado's work, definitely do so. This album is one of the albums that raised me, for sure, in terms of my ear. The whole album. It's got a couple slaps on it, dude. Just complete slaps. Warren G. This was I think Dre had something to do with this album as well. 1999, yeah. Dre was definitely involved, helping out. Yeah, Dave did this joint. Of course Dave did it, dude. Right? Very dope. Love that. All right, we up to Jay Clean right now. Listen to Too Much Power, Rough Draft by Jay Clean on SoundCloud. Let's run it up, dude. Let's run it up.
What you see before you is evil in its true form. I fear that his evil has too much power. His evil has too much power. Has too much power. evil in its true form. I fear that his evil has too much power.
Yeah, man. God damn it, Kick. God, everyone on Kick, I have to ban them every time. No real humans over there. That's a Talkbox. Hell yeah. This is a cool idea, right? But I feel like there's a few things J Clean that would make this way J Cleaner, right? Pun intended. Completely unmastered. I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Everything I'm playing on here is unmastered when you hear my stuff. So I know the game, right? But mix wise, this wouldn't be ready for mastering, right? Let me get my notes out. This will be a VOD too later, so don't feel too much pressure. So yeah, the main thing here, kick attack and snare attack are both lacking aggression for this style of music, right? When you're sitting down to mix something, even when you're producing something, okay, put yourself in the listener's shoes for a second, especially with this kind of shit. What are the listeners going to react to? Is it going to be, what's the main thing they're going to react to? Is it going to be that bum 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 bum? Probably not. That's kind of a complementary section of the rhythm, right? What's the main thing they're going to really react to, right? It's probably going to be boom, psh, boom, psh, boom, psh, boom, psh. That's going to make the head go like this, dude, right? Those elements need to have so much fucking importance in your mix, and those transients need to be out front, just kicking out through the mix, slapping us in the forehead with how important they are, right? And we should really feel that kick and snare. Oh, he's on an ad break. He's on an ad break. We'll take a musical digression, dude. We'll take a musical digression. We'll pull up a song about Stacy, dude. Boom, 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 boom. No, we didn't do anything. He's on an ad break. We'll just play something creatively for a second while we wait on him. Have you been getting crashes on 12.2? Yes. Once I installed my Audient Evo 16, I have been getting crashes. Only on launch though, not so much when I have things open and running. For the most part, it's on launch, and then I'll just restart it and it's fine. But once in a while, it will pop out. Yeah, but I also don't stream off this computer, so I'm only using this for like Discord and satisfaction. I'm only using this for Discord and like live. My OBS on this computer is just doing my screen share, and it's doing my overhead camera Hello. And then I have 2 more spots where I'm porting over a 4K image to my actual streaming computer. So the OBS really isn't running anything on this joint. But I use OBS twice, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a maniac. 2 PC setup. Feel me? Three ads left for J Clean.
Stacy, tell me where you been. Why are you maneuvering with him?
Tell me why, yeah.
Stacy, what's your whereabouts? How come you don't care about your friends?
How come you don't care about me?
Stacy, why you acting up?
No,
Why'd you leave me at the club alone?
Why would you leave me?
It is.
You leave me.
Stacy, better pick it up. Why she never answering the phone?
Why you never
Take your drunk
answer?
ass home.
Yeah.
Stacy, girl, you gotta do better, babe. Stacy, tell me where you been. Why are you maneuvering with him?
Tell me why, yeah.
Stacy, what's your whereabouts? How come you don't care about your friends?
How come you don't care about me?
Stacy, why you acting up?
No,
Why'd you leave me at the club alone?
Why would you leave me? You leave me.
Stacy, better pick it up. Why she never answering the phone?
Why you never
Take your drunk
answer?
ass home.
Yeah.
Stacy, girl, you gotta do better, babe.
All right, musical digression. There it is. Got to write verses on that, dude. Yeah, Yusuf, the chords are just me using the that's just me using the Max for Live device. The expressive chords. So you can easily pull that up, dude. That shit is easy to recreate. As you just hit one fucking note. Dunk 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 ding ding. Just being lazy, dude. You've never tried that, dude? The expressive chords device is fucking goated. It's super dope. If you're not using it, you should be. I mean, you're pretty good with chords already, so you don't really need it, but my goodness, this thing is dope. And you can see right here, if I play just this section, where's it at right here? But the actual MIDI information is just one note. You know what I'm saying? This thing is fire, dude. I really fuck with the expressive chords device. You can do all kinds of cool shit. And this is just one of the presets. You can also have it learn chords from your own MIDI information. This preset I'm using is the, I don't even know which one. It's one of these though. These are all different presets for different types of chords they can have in there. So yeah, definitely get involved with that, Yusuf. You can do some really cool sound design. You can also make it strum too. Now we doing Mr. Rogers, you know what I'm saying? About to put a sweater on, you feel me? It's fun, dude. I like the expressive chords device. Okay, so you said, I have no drum bus, no thing, just sidechained and sampling right now. I got a buddy who's decent at mastering that I'm going to mix and collab with. You definitely need to get your homework, J Clean. is to figure out how to build a drum bus and then expand that bus knowledge into bussing other like items, right? And get a transient designer involved. All right. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. I know that whole song. All right. We got a 2-year-old in the house, Terminated. We know that whole song. Don't make me sing the whole Mr. Rogers intro. I can do it. Okay, so we're not using a drum bus. It's time to start. What DAW are you in, J Clean? Are you an FL guy? Are you an Ableton gang? What are we doing here? FL guy, got you. All right, yeah, it's definitely possible to build a drum bus. You have the benefit of one of the best stock clippers in the game, probably the best. You have the best stock clipper in the game, the Fruity Clipper. Get familiar with how to use that joint. There's a lot of ways to use that Fruity Clipper. I use something that emulates it and then turns it into multiband, which is a much better version of that. But that Fruity Clipper is very nice. That's why I paid $90 to get Orange Clip. That's that street knowledge we grew up on. Yeah, absolutely. That fucking Mr. Rogers shit. Of course it's Orange Clip. Yeah. Yeah, Yusuf, have you played around with using Orange Clip for saturation? Like on a snare sound or on a vocal? Pretty fun, dude. Pretty fun to do shit like that with it. Real estate cowboy. Mr. Rogers might have touched. What's that even mean? Oh, Yusuf, you need to get that plugin, dude. It's goated. There's nothing like it. It's a one of one right now. Multi-band clipping and the shit you can do with it. We're just kind of scratching the surface now of what you can really do with it. It's fucking amazing. I mean, the music you make, Yusuf, isn't as aggressive usually. So you might not have as many use cases for it, but I like making mixes kind of aggressive. So I do like it for that. Real estate cowboy, how you living, man?
Big Jibbah.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5.
With the 5 ski, my guy. One landed on John Doe, long time watcher of the channel. One landed on CTR Dubs, one of our mods. You know I be living. Hell yeah, my guy.
Real estate cowboy.
I don't know why that triggered so many in a row.
Real estate cowboy.
There it is. Appreciate you, my guy. The real estate cowboy. If you got a digression for us, feel free, real estate cowboy. Send it through. We'll jump to you after this joint. We're almost done reacting to this right here. Now, don't you slander Fred. Went on a date tonight, massive bust. As in, she had a massive bust, or the date itself was a bust. Like, no good. What do we mean by that, real estate? Let us know. So yeah, the other thing, once you get a drum bus going, the sub bass might have some info going on below 20 hertz, right? Or why are we telling our speakers and our plugins to try to process and create things that we can't even hear with the human ear? Right? So get some of that out of there. Make sure that's not happening. I would shorten the snare stack transient. I would send all your snares to a bus, its own snare bus, and then I'd have a transient designer there, and I would roll off some of the decay so that snare, instead of being like a kush, kush, make it more of a kush, kush, quicker, right? He says, she called me white privileged, and it went very sideways from there. Oh man. She was trying to joke around. She done fumbled the bag, as they say, real estate. She's fumbled the bag. The vocal samples that you have in here, they need the help of like a multi-band compressor to deal with the harshness. We can't just slam that harsh of these, like, it's like a distorted kind of radio style sample going on with some of the like little vocal chops you have in there. And I think you need to do something either with like a precision de-essers or using a multi-band to kind of create your own de-essers and deal with some of those issues. Not just EQing it out, that might make it sound weird, but I would be using compression targeted in those small bands where that offensive stuff's happening on those. Mix to the groove, we kind of talked about that already. It's kick, snare, bass. That's like really your groove in this style of music. Make sure that kick and snare out front and have good attack on both of those. And last note for you, I feel like the sub bass might be hitting accidentals, meaning notes outside of the actual notes of the scale. But you can't really hear it in the sub range. You can kind of get away with it. And I think pitching it up, if you pitch it up 36 semitones, go up 3 octaves with that sound, it should make like a sine wave, like kind of a, and you should be able to hear if there's anything that doesn't mesh well with all the other melodic elements you have going on. And I think you'll hear a couple things there. So you may have to simplify what's going on with your sub bass, make it make sense up high, and then transpose it back down low. And the thing will be sitting better for you right there. But I appreciate it, Jay Clean. Thank you for sending this through. Sorry I didn't get to you yesterday. Glad we got to you today. I like what I'm hearing. I just want to hear more aggression on these mixes with a little more control. And your homework is to build a drum bus, my guy. It'll be taken away. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, your homework, Jay Clean, is to build a drum bus and get familiar with building buses in general in FL. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
She did the Mark Sanchez butt fumble, dude. One of the best football plays of all time. I haven't pulled that up on stream before. I need to do that. I haven't seen that in years. All good, man. I know you were on a tangent last night. That's just Gavin was sending me the most random videos. The most random shit. The Mark Sanchez butt fumble. It was on Thanksgiving, too.
Well, years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback.
What are
He's
you
going
doing,
to fumble
bro?
the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people. Forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the back.
Not expecting it, bro. He just ran right into his butt. He didn't, there's nothing coming at him there.
Fumble the football. This is what Reggie.
Oh my goodness. One of the worst plays of all time. And did it on an island game, which made it funnier, dude. That was your date tonight, dude. Here's Real Estate Cowboy, dude. They just ordered appetizers. It's going well. It's going really well. Just ordered apps, and then she said something. Boom! Oh, there it goes. She fumbled the bag, and the Real Estate Cowboy is getting back into his car and heading home. There it goes. Boom. Boom. Look, she looked great online. In person, didn't work. Didn't work out. My goodness, dude. That date was dusty, dude. Sponsored by Swiffer. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to the dusty dates, dude. I'm glad I'm not part of that game. That sounds exhausting. All right, we got our last couple here. We got Zenda. Is Zenda in the building? I don't know who Zenda is. She looked good, but I ain't listening to that nonsense. Fair enough. Fair enough. Time is money. All right. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Real Estate Cowboy, next time you pull up on us, pull up with a video, all right? You're not allowed to send us any subs next time you show up. Just pull up with a video. Send it in. We're skipping directly to it. All right? No, not more subs next time, just the video. And we're pulling that up. All right? Because we owe you that like 2,000 times over. Appreciate you, my guy. Big love, man. Love you, buddy. Is Zenda still here? Probably not. Seems like not. Have a good night, my guy. Nope. CZ Den, are we still here, CZ Den? From the YouTube side? If not, I'm definitely gonna run Gen style. They seemed very nice when they came through. They seemed very, very nice. We appreciate that. All right, I don't think Zenda's here. We're gonna say no. I don't see CZ Den anymore. So we're going to run this. And this might do it. This might do it for us. BTN featuring Justin by Pack This.
yourself, the polished walls of your reflection, prison of your own design that echo with your
I got you, Susan. We'll come back to you.
Victim of yourself, confined by your own stupid perception. This is the story of your life, the tale of your invention. Is it angst or is it stress? Is it secrets to compress? Just look at yourself. You're telling me that you know what you're doing. It's your mental health, and I can see that it's not me you're fooling. The only way you really know is to internalize compounding problems that you make, architect to your demise. Compare despair is the name of your game, the object to define. But you always hang your head in shame, cause you know you're losing time. Too much pressure, too much stress, probably why you feel depressed. Just look at yourself. You're telling me that you know what you're doing. It's your mental health, and I can see that it's not me you're fooling. I'm hoping in time you heal while you're searching for something real. Cause you know there's no cure for nothing. Nothing is all that you
Vocals like Dream Theater with music like Gavin Dance. Gavin Dance? Yeah. It's a decent mix on this too. Interesting. That was pretty cool, right? It was different. I wasn't expecting that off the little intro there. But yeah, has good dynamics to it. Really clean mix. A lot of the metal mixing engineers are very, very good at what they do. They have to be to make all that fucking madness make sense. So when they have like more of a poppy sounding record like this, they're good at opening shit up and just letting things breathe. So I like the mix on the beat. I'm not mad at the mix on the vocal. I probably would have done a little more with like some effects on it, on some of those open spots. I feel like it was just really dry in the middle of the mix. And I wish it was up a little bit more in volume. Then when the big wall of guitars come in, they completely frequency mask that lead vocal. It's gone when we get like the distortion guitars in there. It only happens for a little bit at the end, but I couldn't make out a single word at that point. So if that was the intention, they nailed that. But usually that's not the intention, and we have to do a little more subtractive mixing through the wall of guitars that you bring in to make sure that we're shutting off the faucet and we can hear what's being said there. That's always my analog for it. When you're doing the dishes, you got the water on. Somebody says something to you. First thing you do when you can't understand what they're saying, you turn the water off because the water is frequency masking their voice. And then bang, you can hear it. So you got to do the same thing mix-wise, subtractive mixing. But really cool track. I appreciate you sending this in, and I hope you check this out later on. And thank you again for sending this through.
Thank you.
Bang, homie. All right, we got our last one of the night then is going to be CZ Den. CZ Den right here with Way Too Much Envy. What'd you do on this one, CZ Den? Let us know. What'd you do on this joint? Terminated liked it? Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was very cool.
Oh, bitch, yeah, you are dead to me. You tell me now, then you dead to me. I really want you, just come at me. I want you, just come at me. Leave me alone, bitch, I'm heavy. Smoking too much gas, my head is heavy. There's too much to lose, bitch, come let me. There's too much to lose, bitch, come let me. Now, baby, tell me now, who you ready? If you really
My goodness. Where do we even begin here? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. While Away Zero. Let us know, While Away. Let us know.
How you doing?
How you doing? Appreciate you. My goodness, CZ Den. Professional snooker player says, thank you, appreciate your wisdom. Hey, thank you for sending that through. Hey. Circus music says you're terminated on the Rumble side. I could see that, right? That constant arpeggio going in there. Turn that shit down on that synth, bro. Damn. I don't think they have, if I had to guess here, I don't think they have any control of the beat. I think this sounds like they pulled this beat off of YouTube and they just slammed it into BandLab and they did some raps over the top, right? But gun to my head, if I had to tell you one lyric from this song, I'm a goner, gang. No shot. No shot for us to ever know what you're saying. No shot. No chance. I know it's not important in this, in the skibbity rap, right? It's not important to really know what's going on, what's being said. But we have a couple notes here, right? A few things that would help out. I heard Plan B something. All right, so let's talk about something here. All right, here's your main problem here, CZ Den. Okay, the cup is too full in the mid-range for anything to cut through. All right, we're frequency masking the living shit out of the area where your vocals should be winning. I'm so sorry for laughing. We don't even know you're laughing. You can laugh, dude. It's all good. But the cup's too full in the mid-range for anything else to cut through, right? You've filled it up entirely. It's like, think of a mix as like a coloring book, right? You have a page. Okay, the beat went through and just used black crayon and just scribbled over everything. And now you got to try to come in and put interesting textures, and you can't because they've already covered the entire page with oversaturated, blown out mid-range, right? There's too much emphasis on bass. Bass is not going to make your songs awesome. I want you to stop picking beats like this, CZ Den. I want you to pick cleaner beats so that you're not stuck in this. You're going to pigeonhole yourself into making this like kind of skibbity hyperpop sounding shit that doesn't have any glitches, right? These blown out mixes, they have a time frame, and they're going to go away. People are going to figure it out. They're going to move on from this sound. Even if you're super into this sound right now, you'll eventually evolve off of this. I promise you. And if you can do shit that leans this direction because you have an ear for it already, but you find ways to make it clean, right? And the more you hang out here and ask questions, you'll find ways to make it clean. He's being objective. I just think this was bad. See, but it's not for me, and it's not for you either. You're terminated, right? This is different. It's a different style of music that a lot of younger folks enjoy, and I can understand that, right? But this shit sounds like a panic attack. There's some spots here. Mortal Beats, what's up, dude? How you living? At one point, there's two beats playing at the same time, or it's like the slowdown and the regular beat are both playing simultaneous. And that is how you give me a panic attack right there. I thought something else was playing on stream. I thought I fucked up and started hitting stream beats, dude. You know what I mean? I thought this shit was going at the same time as we got some other shit playing over here.
Stacy, tell me where you been.
Right? We don't want that happening. Ever. We never want people to think that's happening. Same thing as Lester Night. Sessions are killing me and I have school in 2 hours. Mortal Beats, if your life was a candle right now, all right, you got a wick on this end and this end, and you're lighting both sides, all right? At some point, that shit's going to burn out in the middle, and there'll be nothing left. You got to make some decisions here. So, the master limiter is not having a good time here. CZ Den, I would love to hear you do some. I can't even react to your vocal performance. I can't react to your mix because the beat you chose is fucked. I'm just going to be honest with you. The mix on the beat you chose is too far gone, oversaturated, and it's not even worth spending time on making a song over it. because it's just blown out. It really is. There you can find other shit in this lane that has some transients, some sharp attack on kicks and snares. That's what makes it exciting. The blown out low end is not exciting, right? There's ways to have good low end that has a lot of sub and distortion to it, but has control, right? And if you can figure out how to pick those beats instead, your shit's gonna sound better than all your buddies that are making the same type of music, right? But I really would love to hear stuff from you in the future without as many problems on the actual 2-track you're recording over, so that we can really react to you as an artist and help you grow as an artist. But I think the best message I can give you right now to grow as an artist is to pick beats that don't already tie your hands behind your back. The mix on this beat already tied your hands behind your back. You had no shot of making any kind of record that's intelligible, that we could even understand, because there's so many problems in the beat. Now figure out what you like about the beat, figure out what people enjoyed about this, and we'll find ways to incorporate that. You can start asking me questions. Hey, how can I get some of this saturated sound while not making the mix sound like fucked up? And we'll talk about that, right? When you'll have some other song you're working on. How can I lean it towards this direction while still making it sound awesome? And we'll talk about that. But I want these things to be happening with intention, right? And not just happening because fuck it, right? And right now, this song feels like we're just letting a lot of problems go just for the vibes, right? But it's going to be short-lived, and you're not going to learn enough just working on shit like this. So my thing for you is keep learning, keep doing this shit, have a passion for it. But the more things you work on, you'll start stacking that knowledge as you go, and keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. If you only like beats like this, take a hiatus from beats like this and see what you can do on something with more open space where we can hear you as a vocalist. Because I would love to actually hear your voice, because I can't hear it right now. But it sounds like you have timing, right? It sounds like there's good timing in there. I just can't tell what's being said. So that's all it is, man. I appreciate you, CZ Dan, for sending this through. Thank you, man. I got a rock song. There you go. Next time we do feedback, pull up with the rock song. You know what I'm saying? That might have problems in another direction, but it's all good. We're here to fix it, talk about it, and talk about where we could steer you to work on that a little more. But I appreciate you, man. If you hang out on our Discord, you can find some producers too. By the things I have heard, I think it's an underground trap song. Yeah, we know that. We know that. That's all. That's all. See, and you're terminated. Doesn't on the Rumble side, this isn't even his cup of tea. Says you have good timing anyways. That's good. That's good. All right. We want you to be making underground style trap songs with clean mixes on them that would pull people into the genre of underground trap songs that didn't even know they liked that shit. That didn't even know they liked it. Just taking a guess based on the feedback. Yeah, you nailed it there, Mortal Beats. That's what we got going on here. So I appreciate you, CZ Dan.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, what do we got going on? Who is live right about now? Because we done run through the queue, and we've had a wonderful time here. I appreciate everybody hung out with your boy. I said, I know I'm not the audience. I'm not either. So don't feel bad about that. We can acknowledge that though. I'm gonna rate one of the homies that I don't think I follow Turkinator. I'm gonna see which homie is available right now. Yeah. Oh, I think is Mark just getting started? Oh yeah, he's just getting started. We're gonna run it up. We'll run it up to Mark, dude. We're gonna rate it up, dude. Boom. There it is. Mark will give you guys good feedback if you got more music for him. If you're on the YouTube side, pop over to Twitch. It's MARC0, where everybody's headed over to. Appreciate everybody who hung out with me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow doing a little bit more music review. And I'll be streaming everywhere. I'll be everywhere like air, you feel me? Until next time, Be kind to yourself and everybody else. And I appreciate everybody checking us out on YouTube, on the Rumble side. You're terminated. Thank you so much for hanging out with us over there on the Rumble side. Kick and eat it. Okay, the fucking bots. Get out of here, bots. Appreciate y'all on the Twitch side. We grading right about now. Give your love over to Mark. If you don't follow Mark, go follow Mark right away. Appreciate y'all. Bang. Appreciate you, terminated. I'll be back tomorrow and beyond. Professional snooker player, I see ya. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Appreciate everybody. I'm out this. Peace.